Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
You're good, Coach. Everyone needs to move ahead.
Alrighty.
Sean, with Drew not going again today, is this just an opportunity for Jameis and Taysom to get some more reps and some more throws?
Yeah, look, we get a chance in a practice like this or like yesterday where we get a ton of reps for both Taysom and Jameis. This is kind of part of the planned schedule, and we've kind of mapped out when we want players going, especially when it comes to the quarterback position.
With the noise that you guys were practicing with today, is that something that the league has said, you know, okay, this is an acceptable level, or were you just kind of giving them an idea?
Yeah, look, with what we're going to deal with, every team in the league is going to have kind of an ambient crowd noise at 70 decibels. And so we had it at 70 for most of the practice, and then when music's played, it'll be at 75. And that that really is for week one. That obviously can be adjusted based on where this thing goes relative to fans. So we had it on 70, and we had the music at 75.
Sean, without preseason games, specifically to special teams, how much weight do you put on it when a guy has a standout practice or, on the flip side has a practice where maybe they have a couple bad plays?
Well, that's what we have to go by, and that's why I think the practices obviously carry that much more weight. The substitutions, all of those things that possibly come up in the preseason that you can clean up, they have to be cleaned up right now.
Not that I need your thoughts on like a scouting report or anything, but obviously you've been here long enough to remember, I guess, when Leonard Fournette was kind of a prep star here and at LSU, just maybe thoughts on memories of him or just kind of, I know he did sign with Tampa Bay, but just thoughts on, knowing his name from years ago.
Well, look, we're familiar with the player, certainly with his career at LSU. It was fabulous. And then I think it was a couple of years back in Jacksonville, we had a chance to play against him. So that obviously is a good addition for Tampa Bay. It's another weapon, another type of runner that you have to account for. And so, I think we're pretty familiar with his skill set and the things that he does well.
Sean, I know a couple weeks back you said that you guys were just a tick off in terms of where, relation to where you would be if this was a normal training camp, for you guys. Where would you assess the team is now in relation to getting ready for that first game of the season and where you're at in training camp? Do you feel like you're still a tick behind, or do you feel like you're caught up to where you wanted to be?
Well, look, you're never going to be caught up relative to preseason reps. Some of the live reps. We'll have another good install tomorrow. We'll spend a lot of time tomorrow on 2-minute. But yeah, I would say relative to situational football, we're where we would be in any other year. It's just getting the reps where you like, and then in week one we've got to be mindful as coaches as to how much we want to have in that first game, and understand that.
Sean, what are your thoughts of the fake crowd noise situation so far? I've heard that you can't change the volume in a game once it's started, so I don't know how that would kind of affect the team.
Well, look, for the balance of equity around the league, 70 is the number, and so now as the season progresses, that might change. If more and more stadiums and teams are going to have fans, I'm sure there'll be possibly a change in that. But all we can focus on is this first week, and we know in this first week it'll be at 70. And look, it is what it is. I've said this before. We try to spend more time focusing on the things that we can control as opposed to, the things that we can't control. Certainly we'd love to be able to play this game in front of our fans, and because this is a tough place to play with crowd noise. But that's the case for every team opening weekend, and we'll deal with it.
I bet on the list of things you thought about dealing with during a game that might come up over your coaching career, this is probably not one of them. Which,
look, it's still going to come down to protecting the ball. It's going to come down to pad level, blocking, tackling, all the things that wins in football games. And so that's what we're focused on.
That's Coach Sean Payton chiming in the live stream. Who that to the beautiful black and gold family members chiming in this installment of the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Have old Coach Sean Payton dropping it down on the team in this one. We have several other interviews that we're going to play. But for the interest of time, family, we'll probably just send one more at you. But to be quite honest with you, man, this has turned out to be quite the interesting day, isn't it? Quite the interesting day. Who that to the beautiful black and gold family members chiming in the live stream on this one. And man, what could I tell you, man? You know, the Saints are a team of many different surprises, aren't they? Either that or they are. It seemed like they late to the party, like the alarm clock didn't go off. Where was this intensity to land, Griffin? But you know, whatever. But anyway, let's get the finish the party rolling. Here's Adam Trautman, man, with his interview and what his progression is in his first camp. Then behind that, we'll jump right into it. Here we go.
Be with the team now after a pretty interesting offseason. How do you feel that you've acclimated to being a Saint?
I feel like I've acclimated well. For me, you know, it was just coming in and getting used to the speed of the game. Obviously, the size difference in guys that I played in college versus, you know, Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport, Marcus Hunt, like all those defensive ends, you know. We got some big guys there. So just kind of getting used to that. But I feel like knowledge-wise, you know, I get better every single day, knowing assignments and what I'm doing. And yeah, I mean, it's just a process. Get better every single day. Obviously, I didn't have OTAs or rookie mini camp to kind of get my feet wet. So just kind of going along with it day by day and trying to get better every single day.
Yeah, you're in the Superdome right now, second time that you've been in there. What was, I guess, your initial reaction when you walked in there last week for the first time?
Yeah, no, when I walked in for the first time, you know, like biggest crowd I ever played in front of was like 5,000, and then walking in a stadium with, I don't know, what is it, 70, 80,000 seats. Obviously, it's going to be different this year. We're not going to have that many people at the game, but it was awesome walking in for the first time. You know, you can tell there's a great environment here on game day and all that kind of stuff, and it's awesome to be in here.
Did that make it, I don't know, any more real for you that you got to practice in there?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But I mean, the whole thing, like, you know, every single day there's something new where it's like, oh, wow, like, this is really it. You know, the first day when you walk in, it's, you know, Drew and Mike Thomas and Cam Jordan, all those guys. And then actually playing against them and playing with them, and now actually being in the Superdome. Like, every single day it's kind of all right, like, it's more real, I guess you could say.
Adam Trautman, family. Adam Trautman giving his thoughts on going into the Dome for the first time. It's interesting because, you know, Trautman, like he said, played with a small town school, a small college, and he said he was used to 5,000. He go in there, that's a big difference, 80,000. I'll let you know you have arrived, Adam Trautman. You have arrived to the Great Saint Think Tank, the Who Dat Nation, and you, my friends, have arrived to the Great Saint Think Tank, also known as the Sports Coma. And I'd like to welcome you all by saying my customary and traditional saying I've been saying for well over 5 years now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. If you don't know, this is the Great Saint Think Tank, also known as the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we talk about Saint talk passionately, critically. And man, we do it for 3-4 hours at a time. You better watch it. We serious about the Saints in this joint. But anyway, who that to the beautiful black and gold family members in the live stream as well. Like to give a big shout out to everybody. GM Kev, who that to you. My boy Crass in the building as well. Who that to you. Who that nation. Who that to you. That's that. Okay, Dad Driver Ricky. All right, Ricky said I need the fat. Okay, Ricky, it's in the. I put it in the chat earlier, and somebody put it in the description section earlier today. So if anybody want to sign up for the Sports Coma Fantasy League, that's a 20-team fantasy league. I think they about 7 or 8 spots remaining. The final day for it is the draft happens on this Saturday at 1 o'clock. So if you guys want to get in the Sports Coma Fantasy League, the information is in the chat or it's in the description section below. But sign up because spots are issued out at a first come, first served basis. So if you want to, and remember, the winner of the fantasy league gets $100. We was doing the runner-up prize last year, this year, not so much, but $100, man, for doing something you like to do, fantasy football, and we invite you to come. We got about 7 or 8 spots remaining. So get in there now while the spots are open. First come, first served, just to let you know. All right, Pelicans Nola, who that to you in the building as well. Torrey Shepard Sr., who that to you, Torrey. Good to see you. Sufian chiming in all the way from Paris is in the building. Good to see you there, Sufian, as well. Larry Williams. What up, Larry? How you doing, my brother? Good to see you in the chat as well, my friend. Good to see you. Uncle Paulie's in the building, the historian of the Great Saint Think Tank. Uncle Paulie's in the building. Good to see him as well. Who that to you? Uncle Paulie. As well. Who else we got here chiming in? Tyra, good to see you in here too, Tyra. Good to see you, babe. Doing all right. The Byron is in the building as well. Dwayne Randolph, who that to you? Dwayne, good to see you. Says Q. That was a nice show on the State of the Saints podcast earlier with TJ. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And welcome to the live stream as well. Like I said, TJ is a good dude, man. TJ is a good dude. And I decided, like, I don't know when it was. Family, y'all know when we did a round table and I brought TJ on the show, man. And TJ is from where I'm from. You know, he's from the Lower Ninth Ward. I'm from the Lower Nine, born and raised. And he's from there as well. So that's something else, man, to see. You don't know who you're talking to until you start talking. But TJ is a great dude, man. He's big. I consider him like a little brother. He knows that. And we'll be doing some more work together, man, real good. So I appreciate all of y'all's support with that. And welcome all of the family members that's coming over from TJ. And I invite some of the family members as well to check TJ out, man. He's a good dude, man. He's family. All right, let's keep going in the chat. Thank you for that, by the way. Appreciate you, Dwayne. Who that to you, brother? Caution, what up, Caution? What up, fam? He says, we got Clowney. We gonna cover it, brother. We gonna talk about it today. And that's what we doing. Pelicans know saying on the Super Bowls, Bucket T is going to be watching in the Who Dat Nation. That's right. Shedrick Mosley in the building. What up, Shedrick? Good to see you. As well, brother JT in the building. Who that to you? 985 Live. Who that to you? Slade Smith. Who that to you? Let's keep it going down the chat as well. And all the family members chiming in this one, man. It's just a lot of them. Chemo Slice. Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the live stream as well. Brother Jerry. What up, brother Jerry? Good to see you. Let's see. Kai the Great. What up, Kai? Good to see you in the chat as well, brother. Big ups to you. I see you slim down your tag. He said just Kai, not Kieran no more. I just Kai. I got you. I remember, bro. My memory's okay. It's okay. All right, Lewis. What's going on, Lewis? Who that to you, brother? Quincy. What up, Quincy? Long time no see in the chat, my friend. Good to see Quincy in the building. Big ups to you, fam. Good to see you as well, man. All the beautiful Black and Gold family members. Jay Sticks, good to see you. Who that to you as well. And all of the family members chiming this one. T Dirty in the building. What up, T Dirty? Good to see my dog T Dirty. Who that for life in the building. A serious diehard T Dirty and the rest of the family members in the building as well. I'd like to give a shout out Gerard Stevens. Who that to you? Teal the legend. What up, Teal? Good to see my dog Teal Jerome in the building as well, and all of the family members jumping in this one, man. What's up, Antoinette? How you doing, baby? How you doing? That's how that New Orleans thing. How you doing, baby? Yeah, you're right. Good to see you, Donovan, brother Donovan. Alex chiming in as well. Good to see you, Alex. Big ups to your family. Good to see you and the rest of you. Tragic 504, I see your family. Good to see you as well. So I'll give a shout out to all brother Bishop One Love, who that to you as well in the chat. So I'm good to see the family members chiming in this one, man. I always like to give the brothers and sisters a shout out of respect and love for the Great Saint Think Tank. Big ups to you too, leader of the pack. Big ups to you, family. Thank you for joining us as well in this one. So please hit the like button, bro. Thumb up the like button, hit the like button, smash the like button, put the smack down on the like button, take a hammer and beat the hell out of it, whatever you got to do. But smash upon the like button. Now, in this one, family, got a packed show I'm coming at you with. Came a little late because I was testing some stuff. I was doing a little cooking. I got the boys and all that. You know how I do. Ramsey, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Ramsey, brother Ramsey's in the chat. And I was coming at you at this time frame because, I ain't want no issues with my internet over the last 2 days. It got a lot better. And I'm saying around this time slot, usually I don't have issues. Before, every now and again it did, but we fine right now. So we're going to run this thing. Now, in this one, family, a lot of stuff going on, man. We're going to recap today's day 14 of what happened at the camp. Of course, we played 2 interviews from old Coach Payton early on. And then and Trautman chimed in on what he thought about here as well. In just a moment, we're going to jump into the Jadeveon Clowney news because there are several reports indicating that Clowney and the Saints are close to a deal. There is some other people that's putting out tweets. I don't really know these. I'm not too see about, taking what they're saying, but some of the more reputable sources are not quick to say that Clowney is with the Saints, but the Saints are moving with a ferocity, dealing with it. And my thing is, where was this ferocity several weeks ago? We could have had him in here. We could have had him in here for the entire camp. Why all of a sudden you rushing in there to get? But we're going to get all to the bottom of it, man. Like I said, very strange movements, all out. Just kind of like, okay, now go get him. You know, we could have did all this. We could have had a smooth transition as opposed to all this roughage stuff going on right now. But it's okay. That's all right. At least we getting it done. So better not late than never is another good thing, I guess you could say. You know, RG, who that to you? Good to see your family in the chat as well. So without further ado, family, give me just a second, and I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and we're gonna go over the day 4 observations. Then we're gonna bounce into the Jadeveon Clowney stuff, and get in that, and then I'm gonna get back into the chat and see what the family members is thinking about it. So if you just give me just a second, I'll share my screen with you, and we'll get right into it. All right, here we go. Saints of day 14 observations. And we're going to go over this one quick. This is a pretty short report, and that's by Luke Johnson. New Orleans Saints took practice to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for the second and final time of the training camp, an attempt to give its players a feel for how the game day would operate. Of course, you heard Coach Payton talking about the piped-in noise, and it's basically, it's like what the NBA was. It's piped in what they call white noise, and it's to drown out the dead noise of what the game would sound like without the fans. It's kind of a fakish feel, but I guess that's what we are with our sports right now until we can whip this C19 stuff and and come up with something white and get these people who are responsible for it up out of here. But outside of that, let's get into the report. While this practice lacked in terms of standout individual play, this did provide a bit of a glimpse of what game day in 2020 will look like. And this is what they saw. Participation. Less than 10 days remaining to the Saints opener, man. It's getting real close. 10 days and counting. 10 days and counting to the black and gold family members saying they want some football. 10 more days and you're going to have it. Saints open the season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who, listen, the Buccaneers made a splash move, getting Leonard Fournette. The Saints making a splash move, signing Alvin Kamara, extending him out. Hopefully, word on the street is they want to get that done before the week 1. Before the camp ends. And Clowney, they want him in here by Monday. That's what they're saying. But Tennessee is fierce too. And we talked about this before. The Saints are so unpredictable, man. But anyway, with less than 10 days, here we go. The Saints appeared to be in tremendous shape health-wise. Only 3 players were fully absent from practice. Offensive lineman Cesar Ruiz, who I'm really concerned about that one, missed his 5th consecutive practice. Safety Saquon Hampton's 4th. Tight end Garrett Griffin's 3rd. And through Ruiz, continued absence is concerning. He's the only one of those absent players who expect to play a significant role in week 1. He's supposed to be the starter, but missing 5 practices, man. That's not a good look. Rookie linebacker Zach Bourne was back on the field after missing the last 6 practice, which is a good sign as well. Bourne did not participate in the team drills, but he did get some work off to the side of the field. Quarterback Drew Brees was a spectator for the 2nd consecutive practice, giving all the snaps to young Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. And then, of course, just like game day, Thursday practice had a bit of a different feel to it than the practices, and it's just because of the venue. The Saints went through a shortened version of the pregame routine, then treated the remainder of the practice as a game day simulation, complete with opening kickoff, a halftime break, and television timeouts. That's really unique because no preseason games. They got to get used to the flow of the game. And hopefully, see what camp look like if they'll include that routine a little bit more, in the days leading up to the week 1 match. In a quote, it says, it's a rehearsal and we're trying to cover every detail possible. There's a few changes as to where we're at in the locker room based on the policies this year. We're going over all these things so that on game day, there's no surprises, said Coach Payton. Now, though they were running through situations usually encountered on game day, this was not a scrimmage type of atmosphere. True, the team connected on a few big plays. Deontay Harris had a one-hand catch and run that looked like it might have gone for 70-plus yards in a touchdown. Payton determined that all situations prior to the snap, so Harris' big catch was followed by a play from roughly the same spot. The Saints also mixed in some simulated crowd noise, which was interesting and sounded like the dome was about 60% capacity. And it was mostly a lot of white noise, meaning no big cheers. As soon as they cut the noise, it was oddly silent in the Superdome. Nothing that's really strange, isn't it? When I first heard about the idea of pipe noise, I wasn't sure what to make of it, but it was definitely a superior option to building field with no noise other than sounds of football. You can hear the players cursing and and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it sounds, man. Well, we got a little used to it with that, with the NBA players are doing. The NBA is doing that. They're piping in noise, and they're showing the virtual pictures of the fans in the stands. You can't hear them. According to the information we got, you can't hear the virtual fans, but the piped in noise work with the virtual fans. And of course, you hear the players on the court and then the players yelling from their respective sideline areas where they are. And then at times they lift and elevate the noise depending, not too high, but it seems to go up and then it don't go too loud. I watched a lot of playoff basketball and noticed the NBA is really perfected that, almost like a stage performance. If you watch how it's done, it's like a stage performance, almost like it's quite amazing. All right, here's a little lanyard for you. It's hard to truly get a sense for the running back performance without the benefit of full contact practices or preseason games, but there's one play at the practice where Alvin Kamara showed off his brilliance, planting his foot and zipping through the heart of the defense before anyone had a chance to lay a finger on him. Does seem wise to bet against him. Doesn't seem wise to bet against him after injury sapped his production last year in terms of degree of difficulty. Emmanuel Sanders probably made the play of the day when he made an athletic mid-air adjustment on an off-target pass for a catch against pretty solid coverage. The Saints have to be pleased with Sanders' addition so far. Then the chopper style played over the speakers at one point late in the practice. Both receivers, Austin Carr and assistant strength coach Charles Bird, performed the bike life dancer former Saints quarterback Teddy Bridgewater brought to the team. When Peyton announced that TV timeouts, he often did so by saying it was brought to you by one of the Bree's various business interests. It was brought to you by what's this restaurant? Walk-Ons. It was brought to you by Jimmy John's. I forget. Drew have so many of them. I know he has the Jimmy John's. I know he has the Walk-Ons, and it's something else he missing. I think he got the Dunkin' Donuts. He has the Dunkin' Donuts. He has the Walk-Ons. He has the Jimmy John's, and it's a couple of more that I can't remember. But Breeze is a swift businessman, man. Don't let it fool you. And then up next, the Saints will go back home to the practice, the Oshner Sports Performance Center on airline for what is scheduled to be their penultimate training camp practice, which I researched this word. I've never heard this word, but what that pretty much means is that it's basically it's coming to an end, or it's one of a series of practices that's coming to an end, according to the Google definition of the term, just in case you wanted to know. Because when I see it, I say, oh no, oh hell no, we're going to look this word up. But anyway, let's move on to the meat and potatoes, which y'all all want to talk about. And this is reported by PFT. PFT's in the building, and they're talking about Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, yes sir, Jadeveon Clowney. The Saints are making a play. Now, what do you mean making a play? Jadeveon Clowney remains a free agent, but not much longer. At least 3 teams are interested in signing the defensive end. The Saints are one of those teams, possibly the leader as the season opener draws closer. Now, it's not really a secret because Jadeveon Clowney put the Saints and the Cowboys at the top of the list. Of course, the Cowboys eliminated themselves out of the hunt from Clowney when they acquired Everson Griffin for $6 million. Wouldn't it be cool if they can acquire Jadeveon Clowney for $6 million too? Well, one can only hope. People saying, "No way, Q, absolutely not." I know. But it's fun to imagine, isn't it? But anyway, the Saints are one of those teams as a possible leader. Now, Tom Pelissero of the NFL.com reports that the Saints are sending out all-out blitz to try to sign Jadeveon Clowney, who has spoken multiple times to Coach Payton. Titan and the Seahawks remain interested. Now, the Titans really want him. They've been saying this. Pete Carroll was asked Thursday if the Seahawks are leaving the door open for Clowney. Now, remember, Pete Carroll's interest is at Clay Matthews. So if they don't get Jadeveon Clowney, they're going to get Clay Matthews. They were talking to Clay Matthews. They like him a lot. So there's interest there. But the Titans said from day one they want him on the team, and we'll see if the Saints get wrestled out of Clowney like they got wrestled out of Robert Quinn from the Miami Dolphins when the Cowboys was able to secure him and give the Dolphins a little bit more capital to secure his services. So let's see what the Saints do. They're going out all out blitz, man, and it's very strange. The 3-time Pro Bowl has 32 sacks in 6 seasons. And since the Texans made him the #1 overall choice, he had 31 tackles, 3 sacks, and an interception for the Seahawks last season. He played through a core muscle injury that required off-season surgery. Now, of course, back in September 1st of 2019, Seattle traded for Clowney from the Texans. So he didn't have a great year last year due to the injury. But, you know, one could imagine his role with the Saints. Now, a lot of people don't like Jadeveon Clowney because a lot of people feel Everson Griffin would have been a better fit. And for those people, you're right. He would have, but Griffin's gone. And the only really top-notch tier defensive end on the board left is Jadeveon Clowney. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. And if the Saints seem serious like they want the man, we approached this topic months ago. Absolutely months ago. Thank you, Caution. Appreciate you, Super. They was good with what they got. But you know how I think, baby. You know how I think. I'm thinking, remember a certain player that's 6'6", 6'7" that came out of the University of Texas at San Antonio, who was a road runner in college, who was drafted in the first round by the Saints. By the way, the Saints used they gave up 2 first-round picks to get this person. And, could this possibly, this mad dash, the Clowney be because of could it be because of missed time by Davenport? Or are they possibly seeing what we've been saying all along, that you can't totally rely on the pass rushers behind Davenport simply because they are injury prone as well. And I'm speaking about Trey Hendrickson, who is good when he's healthy, but it's a gamble saying we're going to work with you through the whole year. Carl Granderson is good, but he's still a question mark. You bring a guy like Margus Hunt on the team. You don't know what Margus Hunt's going to do. You don't even know which position he's going to play, whether it's in or interior line, whether it's a defensive end or defensive interior lineman. And of course, Mario Edwards Jr., come on. That just doesn't float. And of course, Zach Bourne, who was called the situational pass rusher, he missed 5 practices, so you can't quite actually fit him there because a lot of the practice stuff that you might have used for that package, he wasn't there for. And then, of course, the other guy, remember the other situational pass rusher guy they added to the team from Pittsburgh, who was supposed to be the guy that come on the special team and also operate as a situational pass rusher, Anthony Chiquillo. That guy just started practicing two days ago. So once again, you're facing a situation where you might have to make a jump for Clowney. But the next question is, okay, we know about the interest, but how much does it cost? That's the next question. Anyway, this is a report here coming from the NFL.com that's saying that Saints are going out all out blitz, and pretty much the PFF report was prefacing this report. I just wanted to come out with the receipts showing you that the original report. Now, this is coming from Twitter, and this is some of the stuff right here that you'll hear from Twitter. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen right here for some of the family members so they can check it out for themselves. Let's get some of these receipts on screen right quick. This is a tweet coming from, I think, Diane Rossini, who works for ESPN. And her tweet is saying that Clowney could be with a team very soon. This was an hour ago from her, and she works for ESPN. She says he could be with a team very soon. I'm told the Tennessee Titans and Saints are both making strong pushes to sign the free agent. Both teams want him on the field by Monday and are making their pitches. They're making their pitches to get him. Once again, people say, well, Q, what about the money, this, that, and the third? Could we be worried about the money? And I always tell you what I always tell you about the Saints and money. Don't you worry about the Saints with money. Don't you worry about the Saints because they don't operate that way with money like most people. Let's look at another tweet. This one is from Mike Garofalo, who works for the NFL Network, and he's a co-host on Good Morning Football, on that network. And he's saying the Saints have been talking to agents for players currently on the roster to see if they can restructure some deals in the coming days. The NFL PA currently has them $70 million in cap space, so they're working to create room in case they need to sign Clowney. So we talked about don't worry about the money, right? Well, if you need money, what's the first person you go to, baby? Do you need that extra 3 or so? Huh? Which players you think they talking to about cutting some of their money down, baby? Huh? You wanna know who they think? You think they talk? You know who they think they thinking about. And Grafalo's putting, he said they've been talking to agents for players currently on the roster to see if they can restructure some deals. The only deal you need to restructure is one person. It's Nick. His first name is Nick, and his last name is Easton. You want to cut some space? You want to trim that? That's $6 million for Nick Easton. If you're trying to give Clowney the 10 or whatever he wants to come here and play, and now if you're competing with the Tennessee Titans, it might be a little bit more, but we don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes. Most interesting, though, man. It is most interesting to see this type of stuff play out. Very crazy, man. Very crazy. Really, and the thing is, it's absolutely amazing, family. Who that to the Black and Gold family members in the live stream? It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, family? It's amazing. Because for a long time, we've been saying, listen, whether it was Jadeveon Clowney or not, what's all of a sudden the mad dash to get him now? Is Davenport hurt? Why the change in mentality? And I point to that all the time because Sean Payton is extremely stubborn. He's extremely stubborn. So why the change in the shift in philosophy all of a sudden to go run Clowney down? Oh, we got to get him now. He been sitting out there. He been sitting out there. Or, what could it be? Could it be the fact that they feel like they're getting lapped by everybody else? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers put together a freaking Madden all-star team over there with Fournette and Brady and Gronkowski and the 2 wide receivers and everybody. Feeling left out, perhaps? Need to make a splash in a positive way? Not in a negative way, but a positive way. Not in a negative way with Kamara sneaking out to have his doctor to give him a shot in the back and not telling Peyton, and Peyton getting there and say, hey, man, why you ain't tell me you was hurt? Well, coach, and I was trying to get my own, such and such. Oh, man. But it's good to see something positive happening out of the building as opposed to seeing what we were seeing over the last several days of boobery going on. But it could be a real bust, and we can get through some real tumultuous times with Elvin Kamara's deal getting done before the regular season starts, which is the word on the street, family, is that's supposed to happen. And now Clowney, they want Clowney in the building by Monday. Family, it's Thursday night. So you want him signed ASAP. You want him signed ASAP and on a plane down here lickety split. What could it be? And remember, you signed Clowney. Clowney starts. Just letting you know that. Clowney starts. Is there something wrong with Davenport here? He did miss several days of practice, family. He missed 4 days before he finally came back. Is there something wrong with Davenport? I'm often saying that most of the time, man, when you deal with the Saints. Hold on for a second, family, my son. Yeah, run the all right, sorry about that, family. So that's the thing, and I throw those questions out of there because Sean Payton is a stubborn ass man, bro. He's stubborn as hell. Everybody in the city telling him to run the damn ball. I have to go and get shirts made. They're in the pro shop saying, hey, coach, run the damn ball. It shouldn't be the case, man. You're a football coach, balance your team. But Sean Payton's a stubborn man, bro. So he don't rightfully changes his mind like that. He don't do that. So when he has an interest switch like that, what's going on here? Well, it'll be determined later on. Because I thought, you wanted to see what these young guys could do. Remember that one? I just want to see what these young guys could do. When they asked him about Nigel Bradham, 9-year veteran with a Super Bowl ring, started most of his career, has more experience than anybody on starter experience than any other linebacker not named Demario Davis. But something happens. And Coach Payton's asked about it, says, I just want to see what the young guys could do. Oh, wow. Hey, he doesn't change his mind too often, family. He's a stubborn man, bro. It's interesting, though. But the next question is, how much would it cost to secure the service of one Jadeveon Clowney? Well, according to various reports out there, they're saying that Jadeveon Clowney is asking for as much as $12 million, $15 million, but will rightfully settle between $12 million or so. But do you get him for 10? Well, the Saints currently have $7 or $8 million north of 7, more comparably $8 million. So they're looking to restructure deals. The first person you really need to go to is Nick Easton, like I've stated. He makes $6 million. You could take, his money should be counted, should be really peeled back to underneath $2 million. At least $2 million or something like that. Shouldn't be 6. That's way too much. They should have been made this move. I've been saying it. It's like they a tick or two out of phase with reality. Because if that was the case, they could have had the money waiting to sign the man if he was gonna go, if he was gonna snatch him like that. But it's amazing, man, to be honest with you, man, to see exactly how the Saints are moving. But Jadeveon Clowney, man, a lot of people, including myself, said the ship has sailed on Jadeveon Clowney. Why did I say that? I said that because the Saints they were shopping for defensive linemen in Canada. The last 3 people they signed was guys that if there were food items, you would call them you would consider their brand the Great Value brand from Walmart. And we know what Great Value brand represents from Walmart. The Great Value brand is the cheap store brand. It wasn't a name brand item, meaning if you go in the store and you buying the Great Value brand, you buying fruit rings. You ain't buying the Fruit Loops. You buying the fruit rings. You see what I'm saying? You ain't getting the Nabisco crackers. You're getting the Nabisco crackers. You see what I'm saying? It's some play on it. You you got the it's every day. It look like it. It's like it's designed to look like it, but the colors are off. And they got some off-brand animal you never heard about that they're trying to market on the box. Like the Fruit Loops got the fruit can. He got the little bird, the toucan Sam. And then the fruit rings, they got a bird on there, but you don't know who the hell that bird. You're like, what is that? What is that? That's called Great Value. That's what the hell McManus is. He Great Value. What's the other man name? See, I'm good with these players' name, but you got McManus, you got Anthony Lanier, and then you got TJ Walker. I'm like, who the hell are these guys? Well, that linebacker, they went up to Canada to get him. Oh, right, really? But all that while you was shopping in the Great Value section, why you didn't go over there and get him then? You wouldn't. Come on. I'm just saying. I'm just raising the question because all of a sudden we gotta get it now. Why we gotta get it now? What's the deal? I thought you believed in Trey Hendrickson. That's what they was telling me. Trey Hendrickson was the man, Q. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the man, Q. Davenport put on 20 pounds, Q. He ready to go. I said, bro, listen. Super Bowl or bust, family. What does Super Bowl or bust mean? Super Bowl or bust means that you put all your chips to the table if you're a gambler. Put them all to the table. And then I remember what Buddy Bob says. Big ups who that to Buddy Bob. Big ups to him. He came on the show. And Buddy Bob is always a reasonable guy. He's even keel, really reasonable guy. He doesn't sound like he don't get too excited about too much. And Buddy Bob was like, you know what, Q, we're going to be all right, But I was saying, Buddy Bob, listen, we need a spark here, man. You can't really ignore the Cowboys getting Everson Griffin for $6 million, and your whole fan base was yelling you get that man right there. Why? Because he was a Saints killer. He killed the Saints his whole Viking career. Now you're going up to the Cowboys to do it. Then you look at what happened with in Yannick Ngakoue. We could have got him for a second-round pick. Well, what did we do with Yannick Ngakoue? The Minnesota Vikings got him for a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick? 2 picks from 2 separate years. Second round from 2021, and then the next pick, the 4th pick, is in 2022. That's totally feasible. And I was like, That sounds like something we could have done. The Saints don't need all those damn picks. They don't need them. They traded most of them away the last several seasons anyway. They're not in a position where they need 7 draft picks or 5 or 6 draft picks. The Saints can draft 3 guys and be good with it like they did this year. And really they was going to stay with it until Tommy Stevens came along. He's like, oh man, Tommy Stevens, let's give up a pick. We got to get him. Then he went and got Tommy Stevens because he seen a Taysom Hill in him. But really, truly honest, the Saints do really well in the draft insofar as they don't need 7 players in the draft. And then the cold part about it, just as great as they are in the draft of drafting players, they're even better in the undrafted market of getting undrafted talent. And I like to go over this list because this is why the Saints get the best undrafted guys that fall through the cracks of the draft to become role players and sometimes starters if you're lucky on the Saints offense, defense, and special teams. We can name a few of them if you like. Let's start off on the special teams. JT Gray, who was an excellent special teams ace. The Saints found him undrafted. They also found Justin Hardy undrafted. They also found guys like what's his name? Shy Tuttle. Taylor Stallworth from last year. Taylor Stallworth's another good one. Found him undrafted. Shy Tuttle is a wildebeest. Found him undrafted. Carl Granderson, who's going to step up and be something in the future. He looks good. He was undrafted. They have several offensive linemen, including Cameron Tom, Derek Kelly II, a guy named Ethan Greenwich that was on the active roster the entire year last year, and nobody even knew who the hell he was. Ethan Greenwich. Josh Hill was undrafted, the tight end, the glue guy behind Jared Cook. Man, Dwayne Washington was undrafted. He's another guy the Saints brought in. He's another special teams ace. And, and the list goes on and on and on. And then the most ultimate of undrafted players, Deontay Harris. From Assumption up north, he came on the team. He missed the majority of all of camp. And nobody knew what he was. Because remember, they had Cyril Grayson they was trying out for the position. They had other guys. And Deontay got healthy. He made the team. And then he became a Pro Bowler in his first year. And he was undrafted. That's a lot of credit needs to be given to the Saints for that. So whatever they do, they don't need all of those draft picks. So they could have got the Yannick Ngakoue deal done. But that's all cheaper moves, especially to Everson Griffin for $6 million. You could have signed him right now and still had a couple million to spend. But instead, we're going to go and spend $10 or $12 million for Jadeveon Clowney. They're going to say, Q, it's all good. I don't know, bro. It's something about moving late when you know you're not supposed to be moving late. You see what I'm saying? And you could pretend all you want, but I know this goddamn team. And I was telling them from the get-go, you need a veteran pass rusher on that defensive line for Davenport's sake, because the guy since he's been playing, the man's been hurt. He packed on some extra weight, and that's good because that'll help with his durability. But as from a mental perspective, you don't want to put him out there day one. What if he gets hurt? That can impact him up here. So I was saying, get a veteran and then slightly move, kind of stagger his minutes, as it were. You see what I'm saying? Stagger his minutes and allow Davenport to play some, and then Jadeveon Clowney to play some, if whoever you was gonna get, whether it's Clowney, Matthews, Griffin, whoever, but kind of stagger them minutes and kind of work him in there slowly and just don't throw him out there. The same move you do for Sheldon Rankins. If you're gonna put David on your model, let him start next to Brown and then work Sheldon Rankins in there slowly, incrementally. That's how you're supposed to do it. And they're supposed to do the same thing with Alex Anzalone with that shoulder that he hurt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times it was? I know it's over 4 times he hurt that shoulder. I know over 3 times he had surgery on that shoulder. So all I'm saying is he should have had one. He had one. His name was Nigel Bradham, but he dared ask Emperor Payton for some reps. And you don't ask Emperor Payton for reps. How dare you ask me for reps? Bradham, whatever your name is. I don't care if you got a Super Bowl ring or not. How dare you ask me? I'm Sean Emperor Coach Payton. You don't ask me for reps. How dare you ask me for reps? Then he did this Pop Witherspoon type thing. That's what Pop Witherspoon got it from Sean Payton. He do it better than him. When he get into the spill, when people get then he shake it like he got a bowl. He's spinning the bowl in his hand. And he wag his finger at you like an old man that's mad at you because you stole an apple off his tree or something. How dare you ask me for reps? Coach, I'm sorry, Coach. Coach, I just wanted some reps. Coach, listen, Coach. Listen, Coach, I just told everybody that I'm blessed to be here, Coach. I put down the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills for the Saints and said that they wasn't winning organizations, and I felt good to be here, Coach. I don't care about that. How dare you ask me? I tell you what to do. Coach, I'm sorry, Coach. I don't want to hear. Get your stuff and get out of here. You're cut. Well, Coach, for real, Coach? Absolutely. So Nigel Bradham went out the door. He left out of the building. He left up out of there, and then when they seen the reporter seen him walk up out of there with his helmet, and so they asked him, Coach Payton, what was all that about? And you know what Coach Payton did? After he had his face turned around, he's like, he turned around like this. I just want to see what the young guys can do. Split personality. He like Two-Face, the villain from Batman. He got the business side and the ugly side. Oh, man. Anyway, man, that's an actual story. I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, who that to the Black and Gold family members in the building, man? Who that to you in this one? But it's fun, man. But that's the thing, man, about this Jadeveon Clowney thing, man. That's what I really want to know. What's the mind shift here? You going to get into a dead heat with Jadeveon Clowney to try to get him now when he missed most of the camp. And I'm like, man, this doesn't make any sense, man. We should have had him here if you really want him. Now, there's several indicating reports now saying, okay, and Louis Riddick is saying the Titans need to make it happen with Clowney. Forget the Saints. And, of course, nobody wants to give the Saints any added weaponry to their thing. What the hell Louis Riddick got to do in anything? Why is he promoting the Titans to get them over the Saints? That just show you, y'all got some real Saints haters out there, man, in the national press. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, man. A lot of hating ass reporters out there. And of course, Don Kleeman from NFL says this is the real. The Saints are projected to have negative $78 million cap in 2021. He says negative $78 million of cap space in 2021 as in over the cap at 175. So the New Orleans roster will look a lot different a year from now. So the Saints estimated at $78 million over the cap. Well, if it stands that way, if it remains that way, you might that could be the case. So, but that's not we'll worry about that later. Let's get this bowl first. We ain't worrying about that Dov Kleeman or whatever your name is. And another one from Jason from OTC says over the cap says the Saints in their cap space, they have around $7 million now, but that will be around 3.5 once the regular season rolls around. Players where they find cap savings are DeMario Davis, Jared Cook, Malcolm Brown, and they put Nick Easton all the way to the back end of the list by adding more voided years. Let me put this on the screen. Let me give y'all some receipts here because this is what I've been saying a lot lately. This is what I've been saying. Okay. Now here's Jason from the cap expert from Over the Cap. Now this is what he's saying. All right. Y'all can see it at the top of the screen for yourself. He's saying that the Saints cap space is around $7 million right now, 3.5 once the regular season. He says players where they can find cap savings are, he put DeMario Davis, Jared Cook, Malcolm Brown, Nick Easton, in most cases by adding voided years. What voided years mean? I mean phantom years. That's a Mickey Mouse Loomis type of deal. And then, of course, he also tweeted that if they max out the void years, they can create around 5.5 on Davis, 3.2 on Cook, and 2.5 on Brown, and 2.7 on Easton. That's what he's saying. Altogether, that will give the Saints, that'll give them everything they need right there. But we'll see how it manages out, man. My thing is, why you didn't do this already, man? Why we ain't make this move already? Why we ain't free this cap? We should have been negotiated this. Why everything so back-ass with the Saints recently? Why the timelines are so different? You don't need this kind of stuff going on when you're trying to focus on Super Bowls and getting your practice stuff. You're dealing with a compressed timeline with the C-19. You don't want to overcomplicate situations by picking the wrong times to negotiate contracts. It would have been stressful if something would have happened. What if it would have been drastically bad, like what it could have went with Kamara getting pissed off and saying, I ain't coming to cap till I get a new contract. You know, what if he would have went that route? Because it was close to going that route. You know, that's why I'm saying, you know, if you don't get the contract done, you know, before the actual football, them in practice and everything, if they still sitting at home, Mickey, what you was doing, bro? Building your house? I mean, what you was doing, bro? Seriously. I mean, what do you do besides work on contracts? I mean, you know, you could have cleared some of this. You could have had this all, you know, all in place. But, you know, whatever. More, like I was saying, family, it always points back to that, isn't it? It's always the case. You gotta, and that's what I've been saying about Mickey Mouse Loomis, man. They got to get it together up there in the building, man. Seriously. Who that to the Black and Gold family members in the live stream? Who that to you? Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please spank upon the like button instantaneously as I will go into the chat now. And we're going to break it down. I'm going to read your comments and quotes in the chat. Much love to y'all joining in. Big ups to you as well. And thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for joining the Great Saint Think Tank, the Sports Coma. If you aren't a subscriber, please mash upon the subscribe button right now for recognition. We recognize all our new subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe now and get a shout out from yours truly in front of the entire Great Saint Think Nation. The Who Dat Nation is in the building. All right, Dwayne says Sean could be a stubborn and arrogant too, but he's our coach. Who dat? That's right. He is a stubborn guy. You're right. You're absolutely right, Dwayne. Thank you for that. Sufine said he's better. He better not keep Shaquille in. Oh, Sufine really at war with him. Bishop says cut Easton. You right on the money, Bishop. Rush Hour said I think it's his back against the wall now. Okay, thank you. That I like how you played with that. Donald, what up, Donald? Who that to you? He said the deal was $10 million. Yes, okay. Uncle Paul says Big Q, Davenport, Hunt, Hendrickson are not working out, so Sean Payton is in panic mode to upgrade the defensive spot. Well, I mean, but didn't we not say that though? Did I not sit up here and say that I'm concerned? I have concerns. Didn't I tell Bob Rose that from Sports Illustrated when he was here? I've been tooting that horn for a while now. I said, family, I got concerns, family. I've been saying that. I said, family, I got concerns about the defensive line, the defensive end position. I'm not comfortable with the defensive end position and the defensive backs. I'm not comfortable. I wanted another veteran cornerback, the bridge behind if something would have happened to our top three, which was Laddie Daddy, Jack Rabbit, and C.D. Deuce, the artist formerly known as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And, you know, behind him, you have Patrick Robinson and PJ Peanut Butter and Jelly Williams. I'm like, no. Why, Q? Don't you understand they Saints? I'm like, bro, listen, I done seen that movie before. I don't want to keep seeing that Thanos movie from the Avenger. I already know about the damn snap. I know when Thor come in, he too late with the hammer and he still snap. I seen it before. I don't want to keep seeing it over and over again. No. Why, Q? Because there are thousands of other movies out there to watch. And that's what I was saying. It's like a rerun, a bad rerun. We know Trey Hendrickson can't stay healthy because he has proved that he can't since he's been here. But we can blast Traquan Smith 8 ways from Tuesday about how a poor-ass draft pick he is, but we can't lambaste Trey Hendrickson. Nobody say nothing about Trey Hendrickson. They don't say nothing about Trey Hendrickson, but they'll lambaste the hell out of Traquan Smith. But guess what? They both was third-round draft picks, fam. And Trey Hendrickson has let us down. Early on, he could not hold up blocks. He got swallowed up by the run. He was a decent pass rusher, but he couldn't. The guy has a high motor, and I like him a lot, but he cannot stay on the field. And the cold part about it is he can't stay on the field, and he's a backup. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate you, bro. He says, thanks for the huge welcome, guys. Who that? Thank you, Dwayne. And once again, welcome to the Great Saint Think Tank, my friend. Appreciate you. Welcome. And I see what you're saying, Dwayne. Dwayne said that Kmart brand whiskey. I think some of them might call it, you know, they got the good stuff and then they got the Heavenly Hill. You know, the bad stuff come in a plastic bottle, man. That's when you know you really living cheap and vicariously when you drink a hard liquor from a plastic bottle, man. Oh, man, I know old guys that drink Heavenly Hill, man. Come on. Sean Payton over there drinking that Heavenly Hill hard, man. Man, come on, Sean. But anyway, family, Trey Hendrickson, man, I'm going to keep it real with you on it. Trey Hendrickson, man, I like the kid, man, but damn, man, He a backup and can't stay healthy. And that has been the set trend, and that's why I was uncomfortable with them going into the season. Listen, if Hendrickson didn't have a history of being hurt, I'm fine. Let's roll with it, because I know Trey got our back. But Trey doesn't have our back. And if you have Davenport, who's been hurt since he's been here, remember, family, when the Saints drafted Davenport out of UTSA from the Roadrunners, they drafted him hurt. They didn't tell you that, but go look it up. 2 days after they drafted him, he had surgery on his hand. How did you all of a sudden realize you had a hand problem that required surgery? Did the Saints miss it? No, they knew about it. They drafted him hurt, and he's been hurt ever since. Now, don't get me wrong. He gets healthy in spots, but when you know you got a player like that, you got to be able to take your time with that player, man. You don't just march him out there. Okay, he put 20 more pounds of weight on his frame. That's fine. But what that might make him a little bit more durable. But in terms of the injury, you don't want to have that man out there and he gets hurt again. Then Cam gets doubled down, and then you have a repeat of what happened to the Saints later on in the year and into the playoffs. Remember, when he got hurt, when Davenport got hurt, Cam got hurt. And remember this as well, family. Let me add this, because this is how I think and how I approach this stuff. Cam had surgery he had an injury to his groin area where he had the meat tore off the bone and he had to have his surgery replaced. Now, he say he's healthy now, but remember that surgery comes with Cam, and he's this side of 30 now. So he's not a spring chicken. Cam's been here for 10 years, and he's on this side of 30 now, and he's been giving you some high production for the last 7 years. He had 15 and a half sacks last year. If Davenport was healthy, he would have had 20. He would have had 20 sacks if Davenport was there. But they doubled Cam down, and whoever replaced him, whether it was Carl Granderson or Trey Hendrickson, whoever it was, they could not get pressure from that side, and they were blocked out by one dude, and they slid protection to the side to drown out Cam Jordan, and that his production was minimized. So to keep it real, and people say, Q, I don't like Jadeveon Clowney. Listen, bro, I hear the talk, and people say, Q, he never had double-digit sack. They always throw this double-digit sack stuff in there. And I'm like, man, where this talking point nonsense coming from? I mean, how you poo-pooing on 9.5 sacks like that's some kind of garbage time minutes or something? Well, Q, listen, Q, he didn't have 10 sacks, Q. And I'm like, man, what are you talking about? Hold on, fam. I had my chair dropped down on me. I hit the button by mistake. But anyway, before I was shrunk down on my screen, all I can tell you is this. The bottom line is, listen, man, all I can tell you, man, is that Jadeveon Clowney with 9 sacks. Last year he had 3 sacks. That's true. He was hurt. Prior to that, the 2 years prior to that, he had 2 back-to-back seasons of 9 sacks apiece. I'm like, I'll take that. I will take 9 sacks in a season. And people say, well, Q, he only give you 3. Listen, bro, he do more than just get sacks for you. Do you watch the film on Jadeveon Clowney? He's a well-rounded defensive end. He plays the run well. He can drop back into coverage if you need him and cover people. He's a freak athlete, just like Davenport's a freak athlete. I mean, there was a play when Jadeveon Clowney dropped back into coverage, and the guy threw the ball. He batted it to himself and took it off and ran for a touchdown. So I'm saying, why we put, like guys like, okay, he never had a double-digit sack here. That's true, but not you gonna crap on 2 back-to-back 9 sack seasons? That's 18 sacks in 2 years. That's not bad. That's not bad. And the truth be told, you ain't have a guy producing like that on the other side of Cam. So I'll take whatever you can get. So his impact is be felt with more than just sacks. And the bottom line is when Clowney comes here, it's going to be a 1-year deal, probably north of 10. And he will come in as a starter, and they'll rotate reputations with him and Davenport. The idea is to create a fire-ass NASCAR package. So don't be worrying about Davenport's development into the future. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Oh, Q, he going to mess up Davenport's development in the future. No more than Davenport's injuries will. And might I add, don't worry about the money. And only thing that counts this year is a Super Bowl. That's all that matters, and that's where they swinging for the fences. Now the Saints are swinging for the fences. You watch Leonard Fournette Go unclaimed. Tampa Bay get them. You whatever you won't think about doing, you can sit up here all you want and pretend like Tampa Bay ain't valid when they just landed Leonard Fournette and they got all these other guys here. They're trying to buy a Super Bowl like Carmen Policy did with the 49ers many years ago. I gotta tell him, Gronkowski, all these guys coming. Listen, they done elevated the talent of the team, and you're right. It's gonna take time for them to win, but it ain't gonna take that much time. What you think? It's gonna take a whole year for them to win games? Hell no. No. It ain't gonna take that long. They learn it, but you still learning too, because you still got to gel. The offense takes 3 weeks to gel because that's how it's been. When in the first month of the season, the offense always take at least 3 weeks for it start looking like it's regular offense. That's always been the case because the offense doesn't play in the preseason. It never did. The starters anyway, is what I'm referencing. So all I'm saying is, if you look at it, the Clowney thing makes sense because they swinging for the fences, man. The Cowboys, the Dallas Cowgirls were swinging for the fences. They got Griffin there. And they did their thing. The Minnesota Vikings is swinging for the fences with Ngakoue. They lose Everson Griffin and gets Ngakoue from the Jaguars. Seriously, And then you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting Leonard Fournette. What you gonna sit up there and do? Go to Canada and get you another linebacker? I mean, come on, man. Come on. Oh, Q, we don't need Davenport. We got Lanier II. And we got the other guy, what's his name? TJ Walker or whatever. I don't know these great value canned goods. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it going, man. William Dickerson, who that to you? He says getting King Vitamin and not Cap and Crunch. That's a good one right there. That's a great one. That's right. King Vitamin over Captain Crunch. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. And that's what we've been buying. We were buying King Vitamin over there. We had the guy from Canada. That's King Vitamin 1. The other guy was King Vitamin 2. The other guy, King Vitamin 3. And the cornerback they picked up, Kamon Hall, that's King Vitamin 4. And while you buying King Vitamin, these other people over here, they got Captain Crunch. You got Captain Crunch over there in Leonard Fournette. Got Everson Griffin, Captain Crunch. The Vikings got Ngakoue, Captain Crunch. It's only so long you're going to be buying out the bargain basement. But the Saints are swinging for the fences. And even though it's a high proposition, I'm happy that they're doing it. I'm keeping it real with you. I'm telling you we need this. And people are like, Q, what about Davenport? I'm saying this will help Davenport because this sets your NASCAR package on fire. Do you not understand what I'm saying? We cannot let Cam Jordan go into the season with Davenport, who missed 4 straight practices. He's back on the field now, and then certain guys are missing practice. Chiquillo, Zach Bourne, then you can't count on them. That's what I was saying. So you got to count on the veterans to help you. You got to count on the veterans. You can't just count on these young guys, especially in the Super Bowl or bust year. You have to have a certain sense of urgency, man. And that's what I'm saying. Where's your sense of urgency? Drew Brees got 1 more year left, he's telling you. Where's your sense of urgency? If you're a Saints fan like you absolutely right. We got to get it this year. If you don't have no sense of urgency, you might want to check your pulse. You might be dead. Or you have been watching Saints football over the last 3 damn years. That's for certain. You might be alive, but you might not have been watching Saints football over the last 3 years. Because let me tell you something. If you don't have a pulse and you ain't watching that, you listen. That will get your ass a pulse real quick. Let me tell you. Watching disastrous football the Saints have played in the playoffs over the last 3 years is astronomically ridiculous. I said astronomically ridiculous. So I applaud them for getting Kamara deal done. Listen, you get it done now or later. I said it should have been done 6 months ago. After the Super Bowl, they should have got it done. When Sean Payton had the press conference, when the lady from ESPN asked her about what you're going to do about Alvin Kamara. Well, that's a 4-day discussion with Mickey Loomis. Remember that? And I said, that's not even a 4-hour discussion. What you talking about, fam? Man represents 70% of your goddamn offense. What you talking for 4 days for? Just be saying shit. Nobody challenges nothing. Nobody critical thinks. I'm like, man, that don't make any sense. That's not even a 4-hour discussion. Do we want Alvin Kamara? Yes. Why? He represents 75 to 80% of your offense. Bet, sign him. Done deal. Almost like the Benny Fowler move when we need another wide receiver to practice with Drew. Oh, yeah, Eman, you know anybody? Yeah, I know somebody. I'm going to bring him over there. He bring Benny Fowler to practice with Drew and Sanders in Denver. What happens? Fowler gets signed by the Saints. Why? Because Drew told Sean, hey, I like this guy, sign him. Done. That's all it takes. Done deal. I'm just saying, man. All right, let's keep it going. Let me get to the chat, family. Who that to you? Who that to you? Good to see you, man. Big ups to you. Slade Smith, once again, big ups to you. Demi, what's up, baby? Demi, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Says P-Rob contract been restructured. Yeah, it been restructured already. They took him down to $2 million. Crash says Sean need to quit buying those big 60 cookies. My pops used to buy them damn big 60 cookies. And he used to keep them up in the truck. He come up in the truck, like go up in there and they got eating cookie pie. I'm like, Pops, you got some cookies up in here? Oh, yeah, they gone. But see, he was sneaking and eating the cookies in the truck going to work. And see, Mama ain't know about. Mom's like, you better not be eating all them cookies, all that. So he ain't bring it in the house. He leave it in the truck. And he'll get him a carton of milk, the little milks they used to sell, the carton of milk in the store. He'll buy that and he get them cookies and he'll eat them in the truck. Then when he get home, he forget to throw the cookie thing away. And I'm like, I get in the truck, say, Pops, what's this, these big cookies here? Yeah, let me do that. And he'll sneak and put them in the thing. Oh, you better not have no cookies in there. Oh, man. Sufyan says, what about Ruiz missing a week of practice? I knew Sufyan. That's not good, bro. And that's why I was saying early on, bro, about, I guess it doesn't make a difference about how it would happen. If you'd have played him at first coming out the door and he got hurt, I guess it wouldn't make much of a difference. But that is big that he missed that much time in practice. It could mean that the Saints, and see, when you're a rookie like that and you're all wet behind the ears, you need as much time as you can get. So Ruiz is another really interesting missing too. Thank you for that, Sufyan. Kevin says, Brad him a couple of old food stamp paper book backs to sign him back. I don't think Sean Payton ain't no way we're gonna get him back, Jim Kev. You know how your coach is. Todd Redu, what's up, Todd? Good to see you in the chat. Who that to you, my friend? Uncle Paul that says, hey Q, leave my Fruit Loops. Oh, you leave the Fruit Loops out of. I got you, brother Paul. All right. RG, who that to you, bro? Good to see you in the chat. Tragic 504 said, I predicted earlier Granderson will have more sacks than Davenport. I told y'all yesterday, too. You said that, bro. You said that now. You said that. RG said generic. James says, whoa, what's good, Big Q? Who that to you, James? He says, Big Dog just woke up and saw that we're pursuing Clowney. Big Dog, I knew it was coming. Sean better wake up. Nobody's playing around this season. We have to match up, fam. See, that's the mindset of, thank you for that, James. That's the mentality of all the family members in the chat. They're anxious. And you know what I realized about Saints family members? They pissed off, bro. I'm going to tell you something. They're pissed off, man. You know, and I'm like sitting up here showing, and I'm raw with mine, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm pissed off, man. I'm pissed off. I really am. Because, and you said, well, why are you so pissed off, Q? The last 3 years ain't enough to piss you off. I don't know what need to happen to you if you're a Saints fan. And I appreciate, and listen, we die hard to the core, baby. That's the bottom line. But what's been going on in the last 3 playoff series during this was absolutely ridiculous, man. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not like you can just lose. You always got to outdo the way you lose. You know? You got to lose in the most ridiculous, asinine, street Three Stooges ass kind of ways. Fumbling, bumbling, pies in the face, slipping and tripping on banana peels. You know, you lose the most ridiculous ways in the playoffs and enough to leave you pissed off for all the way into the regular season start. Iceman was pissed off. He's still pissed off. Kevin is still pissed off. Kevin called the show the other day on Tuesday and said, Q, I'm pissed. I said, well, damn, bro, let me get out your way, bro. Go ahead and vent. I'm just saying, bro, they pissed off and they have a right to be pissed off. You know why we pissed off? Because we done blew the last 3 years. We could have had 2 Super Bowls these last 3 years. That's why we pissed. We sitting up here showing us games of the 2009 Super Bowl like that's some type of accomplishment. That's a reminder of your inaptitude. That's a reminder of your dysfunction. That's a reminder of the fact that you're not getting the job done. That's how I view it. So people said, man, yeah, that's when we won our last Super Bowl, 2009. Man, I don't want to hear that. That's showing me right there. And I watched that and see how they won that game with the running game and the defense. Man, listen here, man. I'm telling you the truth. That is a reminder of the inaptitude of this team and the dysfunction of this team. And Sean Payton wasn't the same coach he was when he won that game. He wasn't the same. After Benson died and people blowing his head up telling him he was a genius, now he don't want to listen. He don't want to run the ball, and that's what it takes to win in the playoffs. Look at the Tennessee Titans. Football is not a very complicated sport. It's not. It's a child sport, and they try to overcomplicate it by throwing all this funny-ass nomenclature and all that foolishness in there to try to confuse and mix it in with the deception. But the bottom line is running is very simple. Running the ball, playing defense, and working the pass off the run is key to winning games in there. You can't go in the playoffs and just wing the goddamn thing around. You got to have a passing game, a running attack to go with that passing game. And how asinine is it for Sean Payton to go play action without establishing the run? I mean, I thought you was a genius. Who goes play action without you? How many times y'all seen this? Remind me in the chat. You see Sean Payton go with the play action. He puts Latavius Murray in there and then play actions to Latavius Murray. Nobody's going to fall for a play action to Latavius Murray. Nobody. Unless your name Forrest Gump. That's the only person in the world falling for that one. It's Forrest Gump. That's the only dude falling for that. Nobody ain't falling for that. Nobody. You gonna put Latavius Murray in the game and go play action to Latavius? You might get a problem if you might get somebody that might think about it if you put Kamara back there and play action to him. They put Latavius in there and play. I'm like, what? What was that? You have to establish the run as a threat for defenses that then respect it so they start playing it. And we are throwing and winging the goddamn thing around too much. Don't get me wrong. I love to throw just like the next man. But listen, we need in the playoffs, we can't have that same mentality because it don't work, bro. Remember, when even the games we won in the playoffs, we wasn't just blowing teams out and we was comfortable. You know, it wasn't the same thing. It's like we turnovers and interceptions. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. He says, we need to play this season like we never won a Super Bowl. Also, what are the chances of Peyton getting Winston to throw a 60-yard bomb against the Buccaneers? That would be cold. Thank you, Tim, for your super chat, by the way. Thank you for that. That would be nice to see, bro. I don't know, but he had that play when he did slide Taysom in there to throw some of the deep passes. But I don't know if they're kind of rethinking that thing, being that Drew is showing that he got that deep ball back really good because he worked on it during the offseason. So that really would be cool. I would like that a lot, man, to be honest with you. But, you know, the playoffs have been a disaster for us, man. It's been a disaster. Even the Minnesota game, the Minnesota Miracle game, the Saints had to come from behind in that game, and you had false starts and penalties and blown coverages and missed tackles. And then it's just stupid, you know, and you can't. And what happened to mistake-free football, not making any mistakes in the playoffs? What happened with paying attention and concentrating and taking it seriously? And I knew we was going to have problems last year when I was playing the interviews, and then you heard the players in the back and during the game, the interviews leading up to the Minnesota game of last year, the playoff game, where they playing Smash Brothers in the background. They playing Smash Brothers and ping pong and shit up in there, man. I'm like, when the season ended, I said, man, what I told them, take all that out of there. Take all that shit. Take the ping pong tables out there. Take all that out of there. You want something to do, you focus on your goddamn assignment. That's what you do. But it was fun in games. And then when they got marched out of there, nobody was upset but a handful of Saints. Sean Payton was so upset that he went and become an analyst. He went and did the analytical job for the divisional round game against the Vikings and the 49ers. That's right, the same Viking club that marched his ass out of the playoffs a week earlier. And he gonna go up there and tell the 49ers how to beat the Vikings? And I cannot find that footage to show you that he knew what the scouting report was and why he disobeyed it and went to that passing attack as opposed to stuck and established the run and just bull down this team. Can't find that footage. If y'all have that, let me know. Send me the link. I'll play it on the show. I promise you that. That's how shook up Sean Payton. Oh, he was so shook up. That's why I'm on his ass this year. I'm keeping it real with you. That's why I'm on him this year. That's why I'm on. He gonna feel the heat this year because I'm tired of watching that kind of brand of football, man. That's below us as Saints people. That's below us as Saints people. We setting a bad example, man, because we are champions, man. We are champions, man. This is a champion region. This is a championship team. We have high aspirations, man. We can't be falling for this nonsense, these 3 back-ass, garbage-ass playoff series, and you ain't going to appease me with a 11-year-old videotape of your first Super Bowl. That don't work on me. I'm pissed. I'm pissed just like y'all are. But I'm telling you, we going to make them accountable. You ain't going to be yelling at the butcher and the valet because they asked you why you did that stupid-ass reverse in that game on that 4th and 1. We ain't going to be doing all that. But I'm just keeping it real with you, man. This passion over here. This ain't somebody sit up here talking about it. No, I'm what you are. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So you gonna get whatever the hell you gotta do to get your Davion Clowney. And I don't care about the money. Spend whatever you got to spend. Do whatever the hell you got to do and stop looking for goddamn players in Canada and on the 3rd and 4th wire and going underneath the continent to try to find a football player with the rock monsters. Listen, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that silly stuff. All you have to do is focus on and find the right names that's out there right now that'll work for you for a song. Clay Matthews will work for you for a song. Javion Clowney, if you feel like you got to go get him, then go get Clowney. But at least you showing the people that you doing something as opposed to what you've been doing. That's all I'm saying. We need this, y'all. We need this. We need this. You have to have a certain sense of urgency. It ain't like you just won a Super Bowl. Say, Q, we just won a Super Bowl, baby. We're going to be all right. We're going to shake back. No, you ain't. You got a 41-year-old quarterback telling you he going to talk about sports next year. You going to sit up here and tell me you're going to go with Trey Hendrickson, who don't have a history of staying healthy, Davenport, who don't have a history of staying healthy, Alex Anzalone, who I've been yelling to the top of the mountain for months now to go get some big-ass shoulder pads to put on? How long I got to keep telling Alex Anzalone, man? Hey, bro, you got money, go buy some big-ass shoulder pads, man. You know what I mean? It's like, Q, what kind of shoulder pad? Go get the Brian Cox shoulder pads with the neck roll, with the big thing that stick up so your head don't go back. They might make fun of you, but at least you don't have to worry about your shoulder getting hurt. You a linebacker. What's a linebacker without shoulders? Nothing. Go buy them big-ass Vaughn Johnson shoulder pads. Go buy some big Ricky Jacksons. Go buy some big Clay. Remember Clay Matthews' father's big shoulder pads back in the G. Go get some Deacon Jones. Go get some Mike Carney's. Go get some of them. Go get some of them old Sam Mills. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you need to go do. Go get some of them Lawrence Taylors. That's what you go do. Remember Ken Norton. Go get you some Ken Norton. Go get you some Bill Romanowskis. That's what I'm talking about. Sheesh. It's a certain sense of urgency that you have to have. Because listen, this is your most supreme opportunity to land a Super Bowl this year. We win the Super Bowl this year. Drew Brees comes back to defend it like Elway did his. And that's the kind of scenario that I'm hoping for, family. I'm saying, man, I want that type of scenario where you have Elway. When Elway was at the back end of his career, Elway won a Super Bowl. I think it was in 88, 98, and then 99, I think it was. Y'all correct me in the chat. When Elway was with Denver in his final 2 years, Elway won the Super Bowl 1 year, and then the next year he defended it and retired after that. That's how I want Drew to go out. Because that will make it right. That'll make it right. That'll give you 3 Super Bowls in the Drew Brees era. And he can fade on into the sunset like a championship or a hero, a cowboy from a Western back in the day. He can ride off into the sunset. Anything else is a failure. Do you understand me, family? Don't come up here talking about Cuba. We won 13 games last year. You ain't happy with the 13 games? No. Why, Q? You don't like 13 games, but you like 3 games? I said, listen, bro, you might as well win 3 games if you didn't win a championship. We play for big blue chips and championships here, man. I'm not appeased with 13 goddamn wins. I don't care about that. You win 10 games. I don't care if you win 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 or you go undefeated in the regular season. It is all a failure without a championship. Do you understand me? It's a failure. So you tell them other people out there that's telling you, man, the Saints did good by getting 13 wins. Tell them to shut the hell up because they don't know what they're talking about. Tell them lift up their aspirations. Tell them to lift up their goals and understand we don't play for 13-3 banners. That don't give you nothing. We play for championships here. And we won't settle for nothing less but a championship from Peyton. That's what, and I'm going to keep the heat on his ass all year like I've been doing it. Bottom line. Let me get back in the chat. Hold on here, family. My son. This is the last time, okay? Come on. Right here. All right. All right, Gerard, who that to you? Gerard, good to see you. Said Brian Della Punta, Jack Collins, Joe Morgan, Willie Sneed, Brandon Coleman, Kasim Edebali, Travis Cadet, and Chris Ivory. That's a lot. All right, Gerard says, okay. All right, hold on. All right, Smokeless says, yeah, Sean Payton don't want the name. Who that to you, brother? He says he don't want them brand name chips. He want. I don't know if owl is a chip, but you got Funyuns and then you got them owl chips. I don't like them old owl chips. You know, like the onion owls. You get the Funyuns. The Funyuns is the big rings. You get the owl onion chips, the little small tiny rings that don't taste right. Oh, that's what that is. That's the more owl onion chips. That's what the hell that is. The onion rings are it's not the Funyun rings, it's the fungun rings. That's what the hell it is. Thank you, Smokeless. All right, let's keep it going, man. Big ups to you. All right. Trash said, I don't think Davenport should have added weight. I don't know any doctor recommending gaining weight if you have a foot problem. Oh, that's a great point, Tragic. You know, especially with a guy that has multiple injuries. Hopefully, well, his feet ain't hurt last time I checked. So I mean, Jamal said Bucks thinking Bucks trying to stack their team. Thank you, Trail. Appreciate you, bro. He says you better preach, Big Q, straight up, no excuses. I'm tired, man. Look at the family members. They tired too, man. Most people don't talk like this, bro, because they're not keeping it real with you, man. We telling you the absolute God honest truth, bro. We don't sit here and support this team to sit up here and watch them fall through the floor like the Three Stooges in a haunted house year after year after year after year after year. You know, it's a comedy of errors. It's like watching them walk up it's like watching a bad Three Stooges film. And I keep going back to that because that's the best way I can describe it. It's like they walking through there and then the guy put up a bucket of paint in the door and you open the door and the bucket go on top of your head and you got paint all over you. That's what's been happening to us. We walking through there, as soon as we turn the TV on, the button click and the wall, the ceiling open up and a bucket of paint drop on top of your head. And you get up to go wash it, then they got a banana peel left and you slip down and fall and then you fall into some more paint. I mean, it's just a comedy of errors watching the Saints play in the damn playoffs, man. It's a comedy of errors. Ty says you got to go through it, Drew, to get to Coach Payton for the playing time, too. He says you got to go through Payton to Drew to get the Payton. Thank you. Lori, who that to you, Lori? Good to see you, baby. Who that to you? Good to see Lori in the building. Chiming in from Mandeville. Go ahead, Lori. Who that? Said the media hates the Saints. That's why we here, baby. That's why it's a great Saint think tank, baby. Because of that. Because of the fact they make fun of the Saints and they won't show them right. All right. Once again, thank you, Trail, and thank you all my people for the super chats. Thank y'all, man. Big ups to y'all. Big ups to y'all indeed. I'm going down the chat as fast as I can, family. So if any questions or concerns, please place them in the chat. I'm going to get to you. Nola Balls, who that to you as well. Jason King, I see you, family. Who that to you as well. Good to see you in the chat. All right, let's keep it going here. Nola says, I'm livid with after dealing with Danny Waffle and Aaron Brooks to get that close and kill ourselves is unacceptable. I'm telling you. See, this family members that have been dealing with the Saints for a long time, and listen, there has never been a point in any time of the recent Saints history that the Saints have been picked for the last 3 years. And listen, I've been following this team for a long time. And we got our historians in here. Brother Paul is one of them. And he'll co-sign with me on this. There's never been a point in the Saints history ever that the Saints was picked by the national media to win the Super Bowl 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. That's never happened before. Never. Even when the Saints was doing what they was doing in the 2009 year, the Super Bowl year, they was picking against them then. Never in the history of Saint football did the national media and all those people say that the Saints was going to win the Super Bowl, or they picked the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Most of the times they'll laugh at you. They'll laugh at you. But guess what? I'm just showing you that they recognize your greatness. What good is having all of that and you keep failing to teams that you're better than? You know, how about the situation? What pissed me off about last year is the fact that, like Tyra beautifully said several shows ago, Tyra said, listen, we regressing here. We regressing. Said the first season, the first time, okay, you went through three straight 7. Let's show you how we got here. You went through 3 straight 7-9 seasons after the Bountygate nonsense. You went through 3 straight 7-9 seasons to get to an 11-win season, right? Where did you get with that? With that 11-win season, that was the Minnesota Miracle year when you got stopped in the divisional round of the playoffs. If you'd have beat the Vikings like you were supposed to do, then you would have met the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship, and you beat them to move on against the New England Patriots. That's what it was supposed to happen. Okay, so we give you that. You got stopped in the divisional round, right? Okay, the next year after the 11-win year, the Saints went 13-3, right? Where did that get you? That got you to the NFC Championship game against the Rams, right? Okay, so look at it. Divisional game, and then the next game after the divisional game is the championship game. So we got to the NFC Championship game, and then all the foolishness happening. Okay, let's bring it to last year. All right, what happens there? Okay, the Saints are 13-3 once again, won the NFC South 3 straight times, right? Did that, 13-3 in any year, you should put you at the top seed, but it wasn't. You had several other teams that were ahead of you. You lost to the 49ers, screwed you up. You could have had that week off. That's on you. What happened? You get Minnesota for a revenge game in the Dome to rectify the situation. What you do? Lay a big, massive, stinking egg on the ground. You lose with a 13-3 record in the wild card round. That's a major regression because you were with your 11-win season. You were in a divisional round. The first 13-3, you was in the championship game, the NFC Championship game. And then you go, how you end up way back in the next year when you're supposed to be the proper progression is divisional game, NFC Championship game, Super Bowl. Last year was supposed to be Super Bowl. What happened? How'd you end up getting stopped by the Minnesota Vikings at home in the Dome in the wild card round? Regressing. And that's not the problem. That's why the flow fell out. That's why people say, we ain't going through this again. You ain't gonna lose no wild card games in your own building. You should have beat the hell out of that team. It didn't work like that though. That's why people are pissed. We tired of seeing them fall through the flow. We tired of seeing them fall through the flow. And then falling through the flow, and then you hear sound effects. I used to have a sound effect I used to play every time I said sound falling through the flow, and then you touching everything. You touching everything going all the way to the basement. You hear drums hitting drums. Or maybe I'll find that and play it, man. Every time I'm going to start playing it. Sad Scott, who that to your family? Says, preach Q, you got to be balanced and run the rock. Watch what Tampa do now. Well, they're going to try to run the ball. We got to take care of business, bro, bottom line. BR Fitted 225, who that to your fam? Good to see you. Hayward, who that to you? Hayward, good to see you in the chat as well. Byron says, Sean Payton got to keep doing passing, sticking around, run the ball. That's the key to the game, establish run the game. So you don't throw the ball as much. And remember when Drew Brees struggled in games, and he struggles from time. He struggles from time to time, right? So when he struggles from time to time in offense, take the ball out of his hand by running it, and then get it back going as you start dumping and, you're doing your thing. So, I mean, that's how I look at it, bro. You got to be able to take the ball out of his hand when you see him struggling. All right. Who that to the rest of the family? Ghostface Gorilla. Who that to you? Good to see you in the chat as well. Thank you for that, brother Byron. Donovan said, just read Clowney signing with us Monday for $10 million. Okay, let's play that. Let's get that on there. Thank you, Donovan. Let's put that on there. All right, let's is it official? Let's make it official here. It's Jadeveon Clowney. Did the Saints make it right? Did they make it right? We're going to play it right here and see if anybody else covering. I'm going to put it on the screen in just a second. All right, I don't see nothing on it quite yet here. Let me see. No. All I see, they're making a push. Let's see here. But that's the thing. That's the thing with the family members, man. A lot of people upset about that, man. They're upset and they're tired, man. And that's just what I am. I don't see nothing on it yet, bro. That might be something that you might see on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull that up on Twitter. And I'll put it on the screen. Seahawks said, well, we just got an hour from Seahawks report says, Saints making strong push to sign Jadeveon Clowney. Seahawks deemed price too high. Whatever the price was, they asked for, the Seahawks said they wasn't going to pay it. So let me see what they're saying here. It's from Field Goals. Let me see what they're saying here. They're saying that the price was too high. Perhaps they'll give us the actual amount because we have a brief idea of what it is, which is north of 12 million in my opinion. But they're saying Seahawks didn't want him because the price was too high. Okay, it says Clowney. Okay, they're saying basically the same thing right here. I don't see anything confirming it as of yet. I'm gonna keep looking though, sooner or later as we moving forward. Okay. Yeah, even on Twitter, I ain't seeing nothing on Twitter either for it. It's saying 12 million. Then he's not signed. I'm just saying that's what they're throwing out there. That's the amount that they're looking at is 12 million here for him. So nothing on it officially right now, bro, but they are throwing around the amount 12 million for anybody that want to know that. So just letting the family members know. So thank you for the information though, bro. All right, William Dickerson, who that to you? All right, Jason says, Derek, I'm good, man. Hopes. Okay, Derek, give him a shout out. Byron says, Sean Payton, you need to be smarter. In the playoffs, we can't handle any big mistakes in the postseason. Absolutely not. K. Dot Savage Gaming, what up, fam? Good to see you in the. He said, I'm still pissed off. See, I'm telling you, man. How much you going to do it, man? That's like you a boxer and you don't win. You just get your ass whipping every fight you. I mean, come on, for free. Just like you a boxer, you just go in the ring just for the kicks of it. You just get your ass beat every fight and then they get paid. You don't get no money. What you smiling for? You know, it's no. Kasha says, yeah, hey, Big Q, you do have, he said, I bleed back and go time dead and cold, a hoodie in black. Yes, they do, bro. It's in the pro shop. You go to the pro shop and check it out. I bleed black and gold time dead and cold. Different colors. It's in black with a hoodie. It's you know, all kind of stuff, bro. It's coffee mugs, lighted. It's a bunch of stuff. Check the pro shop links in the description. It's 2 of them. 2 different pro shops. Check them out and see what you can see on there, bro. All right, Sad Scott says, Preach Crew, we need that Mamba mentality. I'm seriously, bro. You got to demand stuff. You can't just let people give you anything. You know, then they're going to give you anything. No, you got it, man. No, absolutely not. Look what the Philadelphia 76ers did with their basketball team. That guy won 43 games this year for him. You know? He won 43 games. They fired him for that. Like, man, you got to go. We got swept in the playoffs. And you know what we would have did down here? We'd have said, man, sure, give Elvin Gentry a 2-year contract extension. For real? Man, see, that's what I'm saying. We got to bring our mentality up here. We can't be settled for no garbage and trash. And that's why I'm saying that's our fault, because that's what happened with Gentry. It's like, I don't know why I got fired. You didn't know you was losing, fool? You didn't know losing? Now, obviously not New Orleans. Losing don't get you fired. You know? But we got to hold them to their feet to the fire. And they got a lot more fans like me that's tired of looking at that old ass Super Bowl. I'm just keeping it real with you, man. Donnell Payne says, paid Kamara AK-41. Okay, you saying they paid Kamara? All right. Okay. We're going to check on that, bro. I'll check on it. Hopefully. But I know Elvin Kamara and the Saints, all this should be done right around the same time. His deal before the regular season should be done. You know, and I don't see nothing on that either. I don't see nothing on that either, family. Just letting you know. You might have seen it somewhere. I don't know. I don't see it. That he's paid yet. Unless you're saying pay him. Pay him. I agree with paying him, but I don't see a report saying that he's paid yet, if that's what you mean. Thank you for that, though, Donnell. Sad Scott says Saints playing Connect 4, Bucks playing chess. William says Seahawks signed Demontre Moore. Okay, Todd says Alex Anzalone need those Von Johnsons. I'm telling you, bro, Von Johnson's shoulder pads came way up to the bottom of his earlobes like this. It almost looked like it was a big giant, it's a big fish monster trying to devour his head. That's his head sit up in his shoulder pads like this, didn't they? Didn't they? It's like this how his shoulder pads was. That's what Alex Anzalone need. He needs shoulder pads looking like this. And I guarantee you won't have no problem. I promise you that. Vaughn Johnson's shoulder pads came up to the bottom of his ears. It looked like it was trying to eat the top of his head. That's what they look like. That's what he needs. All right, let's keep it going here. Shad Sassi, Brian Cox shoulder pads and the Necro. Telling you, that's what he needs. Y'all, I'm telling you, bro. He would never have a shoulder problem again. Tell him take them old quarterback ass shoulder pads off. You a linebacker. You need linebacker shoulder pads. If you can't find them, put some fullback shoulder pads on. Yeah, he would say Elway was younger. Yeah, I know, bro. But I'm saying the scenario, we didn't got nothing to do with his age. I'm saying the scenario, how he wanted toward the back end of his career before he retired. I'm saying that same scenario. You see what I'm saying? Where he wins and then Drew comes back to defend the crown. I think that would be a good bet because that way it gives you 3 Super Bowls before Drew retires, you see? And I think that'll be the ultimate scenario that a lot of people would like. I think that would be a good move. Anthony Connerly, who that to you? Anthony, good to see you in the chat as well. All right, thank you there, fam. Donovan says, Nadir on Twitter, we'll see you in a few days. Okay. Once again, thank you, Trell, for your super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Kelvin 14 says Doritos still the go. What's the off-brand of Doritos, bro? What's that? I know I've seen them before. I just can't remember them. What's the off-brand of Doritos? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that, bro. Kelvin. All right, let's keep it. Nola says, I said being a contender don't mean a thing without that ring. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Tell them to him. Tell it to all those Saints fans that's out there talking about, man, don't say nothing bad about Coach Payton. Man, are you some kind of fool or something? We've been falling through the damn floor the last 3 years. You talking about don't tell them nothing. Shut up, fool. It's people like that's responsible for the nonsense that's going on over that airline. You mean to tell me that you're going to pay all your tax money to pay for everything in that building, you pay all the taxes for the team. They don't pay no taxes. That's why they're the richest in the state. So you're going to let them live tax-free even though you don't. You're going to pay for their lights, their waters in both the stadium, the arena, and in the practice facility. By the way, your money used to build that. You're going to do all that and furnish that team and set them up with all that and don't ask for a goddamn thing back except for them to win. And you're going to stand here and tell me don't challenge the coaches. You some kind of fool? When you look at it like that, you're like, yeah, Q, you're right. We is doing that. Yes, that's why I'm with mine with this. The people don't talk like this. You got to equate all that. It's more than you sitting up there watching it on television. You are funding the whole thing. The players are paid not by Gail. Gail, where you think Gail get the money from? She printing it in the machine? I hope not. But she getting it from you. You're the one that's making sure the players have all that money. You are the power. So as the power, insert your power and say, listen, you are going to win or you are going to catch the wrath of the family members. Why can't I get people, get behind me with that? Learn that mentality and put that in your new Saints mind and walk further with that intensity. That's what you do. And demand from, just like you might demand out of your family members and your friends to do better because you're an example of somebody that do better. You're an example of a person that's productive and strong and do stuff the right way. You need to do that and put that same emphasis and energy into the team. You don't get behind dysfunction and foolishness. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely not. But when you see it, call it out as well. You know, how is it supposed to get right around you if you just letting it go? Like, man, whatever it is. No. Stop that. You are the power family. I've been saying, that's been my message for over 5 years. I've been saying, you're the power in the situation. You're not the bottom of the pyramid. You're the top of it. Without your money, without your power, without your energy, the team does not exist. You are the power, not them, you. So as you are the power, you demand more from the team. And I'm not happy with a 2009 ass Super Bowl when we falling through the floor for 3 straight years. The worst ways possible. I mean, come on, man. Come on. We need to cut this out as Saints people, man. We cut this out. Stop letting them make it. Hold them to a higher standard. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's something like you would do your child. You wouldn't let your child, hopefully you won't, you wouldn't let your child fall through the floor, get bad grades and stuff. No, you're going to say, listen, you're going to cut this out. You know, man, it's going to be me and you up in here. You're going to do what you're supposed to do, You're going to put the pressure on them to upgrade their level, their behavior, their mentality, all of that. If you love them, you do. And that's the same example that I put for this football team. I'm sick of it. And I'm telling you, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of seeing it, man. I'm sick of seeing the dysfunction in the playoffs, losing to teams we're better than, and then some idiot tell you that at least we got a 13-3 record. What good is that if you don't have the damn chip? That don't make we win championships. We are about championships here. You take your old dead ass back to the brown paper bag days when you was happy to get a 9-7 season because you was starved. No, hell no. And the team, and the people from the past put up with that, and they got pissed off too and started demanding that the team perform better. And that's how it went. You think the team just gradually got better? The team, even though the team was falling through the floor, they were still getting all of the benefits. They were still, even though he didn't want to issue out money to play players, he was still getting money. He was still getting paid. So he didn't really care. As long as his team was viable, he was straight. It was until after the fact that them people got pissed off and said, listen, man, you could take that team with you and you can get the hell up out of here. We're not billing you in no arena. See, I know the whole play, man. I know the whole story about it. They won't play it and color it. And, Tom Benson loved to sit. No, man, Tom Benson in the city was at war before Katrina came in. Truth be told, Katrina was a blessing for the city because we probably would have lost the Saints because the Saints was demanding a brand new stadium. And the city was saying, hell no. And the fans were saying, hell no. And the politicians were saying, yeah, we're going to give it to them. And the fans was telling them, don't you dare get that to them. I'm telling you how it was. The people in the city knew it too. He wanted a brand new stadium on the West Bank, an open air stadium. They had the architectural designs on the damn newspaper. They was going to march his ass out of here to San Antonio. He was threatening to take the team to San Antonio. Then Katrina happened. The money came in, renovated the stadium. It saved the franchise. Then they reworked all of history like they did before. But I don't forget that easily. I remember. And I remember that I'm sick of losing 3 straight stinking ass playoff series because we got a coach that can't balance the team. No, absolutely not, brother. You gonna get this right. I promise you, gonna get it right. Ghostface Killer, who they said, roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. James says, Big Q dog, and done. You got me with the big shoulder pads. Bro, I've showed footage of the big shoulder pads. The ones I did at several shows where I took pictures and I was like, this one. I showed the Romanowskis. I showed the Vaughn Johnsons. I showed all of that. And that's the truth. It's funny because isn't it the truth? You've had several shoulder surgery on the same shoulder. You hit with this. That means you need to put protection on there. Big ass shoulder pads will do it. Vaughn Johnson, Sam Jackson, Sam Mills, Ricky Jackson, Pat Swim, none of them dudes ever complain about having shoulder issues, bro. You ever take a look at their shoulder pads? They knew that they was hitting with this and they had to make this padded. But in this current new way of thinking, these guys out here don't like to protect themselves. They want to be fast and running and colliding into each other without having the proper protection on, getting hurt faster. They're getting faster to run into each other faster so they can get hurt faster. Make sense to you? Put the proper protection on, family. I don't care if they make fun of you. At least you get to play the whole season. I bet you put them goddamn big shoulder pads on. You play so well, you get a big fat contract. You be like, man, I got to send some of this to Big Q. He the one who told me to put these big ass shoulder pads on. I mean, dumbass trainer ain't telling him to do it. Alex, man, this is like your 5th surgery on your shoulder. Maybe you should wear those big ass shoulder pads. Big ass shoulder pads? Yeah, the Vaughn Johnsons. Vaughn Johnsons? Yeah. It's the truth. That's why it's fun. It's the truth. Mr. Boombastic, I see you, fam. He said Michael Thomas lobbied for Clowney to come to the Saints. He can give him a bit now to sign. Yeah, they're gonna work it, bro. They got to. Byron says Logan Ryan signed with the Giants, but Earl Thomas still a free agent. Hope we get him. I don't think they're going after him, bro. We had to almost turn the building upside down to get Peyton to even look in Clowney direction again. Trail says Atlanta Falcons radio is in panic mode. Let's get it. Because we getting after you. Cam Jordan snacks. He eats Matt Ryan for lunch. He sacked him more than anybody ever in history. So let's keep it going, man. Tramal says, remember, Derek, that magic happens that date night. Darrell, who that he said, found something on Twitter saying he's signing. Okay, put the link in the chat there, Darrell. If y'all see anything, put it in the chat and I'll share the link. Put the receipt in the chat, bro. Put the receipt, show your receipt in the chat. All right, Laura says 10 million. Barnell says they got him. Okay, Barnell. All right. Let me take a look again, man, because I ain't see nothing about that, bro. I don't know. They saying they still communicating with him. I don't see anything about them getting Jadeveon Clowney. I don't see nothing on here. All the latest reports 14 minutes ago said the Saints are clearing cap room to potentially sign him. I'm not seeing anything saying that they are, and I'm looking at the Twitter and everything. So they said they're close, but I don't see anything to the saying that they are family, just to let you know. But I'm gonna keep an eye out on it though. All right, let's keep it going. Let me get through the chat here. Uncle Paul says, yeah, Big Q, but Terrell Davis won that second Super Bowl with a strong running. How about that running game? Yeah, I remember Terrell Davis and what he did, and Orlandis, Gary, and the rest of those guys. Boy, they could run the ball, boy. Lane, hey, Lane, how you doing, buddy? BR Fitted 225 says, if we don't get Clowney, get Earl Thomas. Crash says, nothing is official yet. I agree. I haven't seen anything, bro. I would let y'all know, too. Deputy Mario, how you doing, fam? He said, what position would Clowney play in the Saints system? Defensive end, outside linebacker. I say DE. He'll play defensive end. Kai the Great says, I'm going to finally holler at y'all next go round. All right, Kai, see you, brother. Lane says, hope this doesn't sound braggadocious, but it feels damn good to be a moderator. Oh, all right. All right. All right, Lane. Big L, who that to you, Big L? I see you, my brother. Good to see you in the chat, man. Gundam, what up, Gundam? I'll see you, fam. He says, what up, Big Q? What up, fam? How you doing? Adrian in the building. What up, Adrian? Adrian! Rocky! Adrian! He looking all the wrong way. She over here somewhere. He looking this way. Face looking like meatball. Like somebody, it's like, oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Cut this out. Big L says, glad y'all Saints fans. Welcome to Jets fans like myself. He's glad y'all Saints fans. Welcome to a Jets fan like myself. Yeah, Big L's a Jet man. Good to see you in the chat there, L. All right, 985 says, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You sound like Mystical there, 985 Live. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Hold them, hook 'em TV. We need to change that coach, Big Q. He said, when Drew goes, Sean need to, you know what? If Drew goes, Sean Payton gonna turn into that coach again. He has to. He gonna become what he was when Payton lost Drew Brees for those 5 games. He was a different coach. He was engaging. It was just like he's comfortable with Drew because he lets him take it and run away with whatever he's going to do. But when Teddy Bridgewater was in there, you see all of the stuff he was doing. He was running the ball. He became what he was during that 2009 season leading up to that. He got to run the ball to help your guy out. He give, I believe you give Drew some leverage because he deserves it, but too much is too much. Thank you, Tim, for your super chat, bro. He said, Big Q, what uniform do you think we should rock the opening game? Personally, I love the black top, the gold bottoms. That's cool too. I picked that one, bro. I like that one there, bro. I would definitely go with that one. I like that one too. I don't, that's the thing, man. Whatever it is, we got to set it off, bro. The Buccaneers, we open up the C-19 season. No fans in the building, bro. We got to make an impact, bro. So they got to come out and handle business in the right way. So I like that. I like that mix of uniforms right there, bro. I vote for you. Vote with you on that one. All right, let's keep it going here. All right. What was Holcomb says, okay, I read that one. Thank you, that brother. William says, Big Q, the imitation Doritos are called nacho cheese flavored tortilla chips. Cheryl, who that, baby? Who that, Cheryl? Cheryl, who that for life, baby? Thank you, baby. Appreciate all my super chatters, man. Thank y'all, man, for the super chat. Much love to y'all, man. You know we take that, we put it right back into the platform, man, as we continue to grow. Thank all the great super chatters. And please hit the like button, family, in the chat. Well over 100 people in the chat. Please spank upon the like button instantaneously. Thank you, William, for that. Nacho flavored tortilla chips. Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Big L says, I remember you, homie. You had a mod. Now that's what's up, bro. Yep. And we so cool, man. Lane's not even a Saints fan. What fan you are, Lane? What team are you with, Lane? Are you with Tampa? Was it Tampa? I won't say Lane with, but that's how cool we is, bro. That's how cool we are when you come here. Gundam says, what's the word on Alvin Kamara? I see the Saints interested in Clowney, but what about cap room, Big Q? Well, bro, like I said, they're going to clear up the cap. They're going to rework something they should have been did. I keep saying the same thing. They're going to peel it away. Like I said, you got these contracts, whether it's Mike Thomas, DeMario Davis, they're going to chop that contract this way and give it to them in terms of money and free up that extra money so they can make a move with Clowney. Now, I was saying this some time ago. I was like, man, why don't you just reduce? Why Why did you take so long to do this with Nick Easton? You know Nick Easton didn't deserve $6 million, and you didn't do a damn thing. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, the Elvin Kamara move should have been a move that was done before practice, like before the preseason and all that started, before the C-19 hit, well before the C-19 stuff hit. The Saints should have signed him after the season was over with. They should have put him under contract. They didn't do it. They waited all this time and then waited right before the season, right before the regular season, like 2 weeks before the regular season, to try to work out a contract with the running back for the position. And it turns kind of mini ugly, and it puts like a ugly dark cloud over the top of for the few games, and created like a mini distraction. And then, and then all of a sudden you're trying to go okay, we're going to get him done and we're going to go jump on Clowney next. I'm like, you talked to Clowney. That was months ago that you'd had dialogue with Clowney. And then all of a sudden you want to do a rampage deal and piecemeal it together at the last minute with Tennessee. Tennessee wasn't even involved in it during that period of time. It was Dallas. And then the thing is, the cold-blooded part is, they wasn't a real team with it. He was only interested in Dallas and New Orleans. Well, when Dallas signed Everson Griffin, the Saints should have went, come on, what's his face or whatever his name, Clowney. You should have read. You're going to wait till Tennessee, Oakland, and Seattle get involved and run up the price, and then you're going to try to scurry on. I just don't like how you do business, bro. I'm sorry. I just thought that just seemed like, you don't know. It just seemed like y'all just piecemealing this stuff together, man. I just don't like that. You had plenty of time to get all of this done. And he could have had that man in camp. He could have been practicing on the defense. And you could have had Kamara deal done. All that could have been done. The reworking of the contracts, all of that should have been done. What the hell is Mickey Loomis doing? I mean, seriously, what is he doing? What business does Mickey Loomis? He's a contract man. That's what he's supposed to do. He oversees the team. But seriously, I mean, the team is self-checked. There's not too much that you can do. You're not in there working on ticket prices. That's somebody else's department. You handling the contracts and that little stuff. What the hell was you doing where you couldn't rework these contracts for a potential signing, freeing up as much money as you need just in case somebody came available? You could have got them. I just don't understand, man. I just don't get it, man. Now it's a rampage deal now. Let's hurry up and run and get it all together right quick. I just don't understand that, man. That just don't make any sense to me, man. If you wanted them, you could have got them right after. If you ain't like Griffin, you said, well, I don't like Griffin. I like Clowney. If that was your mentality, when the Cowboys signed Griffin, you should say, hey, Clowney, come on here. So he named you as the team that he wanted to be with. Then you let everybody get along, get interested, and then they up in there causing problems, running up the price. Now you got to scurry around to find money. If you'd have acted months ago, you'd have got him cheaper than what he wanted. You could have got him without them getting involved trying to run up the price. Now you got a competition between the Tennessee Titans and the Saints, and it's going to come down to money. Bottom line. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. See, people don't look at it like that, but that's how it's supposed to go, man. We should have been did this, man. We should have been did this. All right. Lane said, the Bengals fan. Okay. Thank you, Lane. I like how they're looking, by the way. Joey Burrow looking really good in that offense, bro. By the way, I just seen some footage on him today. Pelican says, Anzalone's get them water boys. So that's perfect. Get the water boys. That's right. Put them water boys on. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. And wham, they make fun of him, call him the water boy, but he never miss another game as far as his shoulder is concerned. I tell you what, Jamal said Sean Payton better get it right, or he said he drunk, get his drunk plays out. But thank you for the question, Gundam. They're trying to get the Kamara deal done. According to the word on the street, they're trying to get it done before the regular season game with them, and then of course they want Clowney. So we'll see. It's possible they could lose out. People are saying that they got him. I'm not certain. I ain't seeing any reports saying that they signed him, bro. Nothing that I can show you verifiable proof saying that it's done. Saints and none on 1-year contract, whatever. I'm not seeing none of that right now. I'm not going to tell you that it is because I don't have no proof to validate it, so. All right. Because I like to come with my receipts. I'm going to keep it real with you. I won't be accused of being a guy that's making wild accusations. This guy's making wild accusations. Wild accusations. Everything I said, you go look it up. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow, this guy's making wild accusations. What? Wild accusations. I'm telling the truth, you moron, you. I'm telling you the truth. Just Google it. Go find out. All right. Bring them in, says John Thompson. Who that? What up, John? Good to see you in the chat as well. Jason King said Easton gone, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, he should listen. Easton should be cut and freed up $6 million straight up. We don't need Nick Easton, bro. We got several offensive linemen that's on this team that are better and cheaper than Nick Easton is. Cameron Tom, I got to keep naming them. Cameron Tom is the best backup offensive lineman they have, not named James Hurst, who has a little bit more experience. And Hurst is pretty good. And by the way, Hurst plays the guard position too. He plays tackle and guard, by the way. You have Derek Kelly II, who plays guard as well on the team. You got Will Clapp there. You also have Cameron Tom, who plays center and guard. So the Saints have options. Even Patrick Omame is there. So the Saints have options for guys they can have that don't cost them $6 million. Why is he still here? They're not kept. I was like, why is this guy? We need money, Q. That's why we got rid of Larry Walford, man. We got rid of Larry Walford because we needed money, bro. We needed that $7 million. Oh, so you gonna cut the 3-time Pro Bowler for $7 million when you got the backup making $6 million. And then when they cut him, they said they need the money. They left Nick Easton there. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Y'all believe all that? Javier, who that to you, says we need to win a Super Bowl. That Rams no call won't hurt us as much if we can win another one. I want 2 of them, bro. If we can win one this year and then turn around and defend it next year, baby, that'll make up for the last 3 years to me. That's 3 Super Bowls and an 11-year time frame, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. That means you're a dynasty right there. You got 3 of them. Now they can mention you amongst the teams with multiple Super Bowl rings. Because they're going to continue to keep disrespecting the Saints. Because they're going to say anybody can get a Super Bowl. Even though Cincinnati don't have one and several other teams, Cleveland and the like, don't have a Super Bowl. But having just one, it's like anybody can look up and get one. That's what they think. But if you win multiple ones, you proved yourself a worthy organization. So we will emulate New England early on to get away from the losing culture we had. And we did well. Now the Saints are the stat core in terms of what people perceive how a franchise is supposed to be run. Wink, wink. But the reality at the end of the day is with all that good moves you make, you only got 1 Super Bowl. You mirrored yourself after the Patriots. The Patriots have 6, and I don't care if the NFL cheated half of those games. They still got them. The NFL wasn't out there catching touchdown passes to help them win these games. So they played a part in winning. They have 6 Super Bowls. Saints have 1. That's not good. We at least 3 of them, bro. At least 3. At least 2. But I really want 3. To keep it real with you. All right. Let's keep it going here. Let me get on down here. Lane says 18 years. With the old ball and chain. Just kidding, my man. G-Reed 504, who that to you, brother? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you, G-Reed. Who that to you, my family? Thank you. And Tim, once again, bro, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Thank you. That's what much appreciated. It's all the family members, Cheryl and Tim and the rest of the family members for your super chat. Thank y'all, guys. Really appreciate that. All right, Holden Hooker says, we can't win. It's that simple. Sean Payton just won't run the damn ball. That's why we lose, point blank, period. It's not damn rocket science. It's the damn balance of the offense. Thank you, Hold'em Hookem TV. And Hold'em Hookem TV is holding and hooking you on that point that the reality is that is the reality. Balanced offense in the playoffs equals wins. You look at and I keep saying Tennessee because they know how to run the ball. Look at the 49ers. They knew how to run the ball. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They knew how to run the ball and had a great passing attack off the back of the run. So it's par for the course. Only somebody that's kind of half crazy would do that kind of stuff, would consider not running the ball. Dimitri Holmes, who that to you? Good to see you. Gary Caraway, what up, Gary? Good to see you. He said, Big Q, we need to demand 10% cut from the Saints players from the coaches on down if they don't win a Super Bowl. Bro, we've been paying for it, bro. A lot of people don't get that, bro. A lot of people don't know that we built the Superdome with taxpayer money, and you don't get not 1 penny out of it. I personally said if you use tax money to build any buildings and they're making hundreds of billions of dollars, some of that money should go back to the taxpayers and let them decide on what they're going to do. Let them vote on it. When is some gutless, spineless, corrupt politician, some bureaucrat in charge of something like that, and they just put a committee over the top of the buildings like they run it and they collect all of the money like it's theirs and then sell you a dream and say, this is your New Orleans Saints. And I can't go up in there and kick my feet up in the Superdome and go up in there. Give me a key to the dome. I go walk up in there, open the door, go sit on the 50-yard line, prop my feet up and watch television. I don't know. You can't do that. They'll see saying, who are you, man? I'm the Sam taxpayer here. They'll put you in and take you to jail. I'll be going down there, the NOPD on Tulane and Broad, man. I'm gonna have to talk to my dog, Talking my dog B Jizzle, say B Jizzle, get me out of here, brother. Get me out of here. But that's the nonsense that we sell. That's what I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, we got to understand our power here, man. You know, and not just to be a silent partner. No, don't be a silent partner. Yell to the top of your goddamn lungs. You know, demand winning. That's what I say. Thank you for that, Gary. Appreciate that quote, bro. Patrick Washington Jr., who that to you, Pat? Good to see you, bro. He said, pray for us out here in Lake Charles. Family, everybody send prayers out to the family in Lake Charles. We got a lot of great family members that watched the show in Lake Charles and the regions that was affected by the storm. Please give them your prayers and love, family. We get much love to Patrick and the rest of the family members that was impacted by this terrible storm. Much love to you, Pat, and the rest of our Great Saint Think Tank and the Who Dat Nation family members that were impacted by this horrible storm. So much love to you, Pat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right, Inevitable. He says we get Clowney. Him and Cam going to annihilate the Bucks O-line. Thank you, bro. JT, thank you. Tramal. Nobody face looked stupid like Martin in that episode when he got beat up. But yeah, that was funny. That was funny, man. That was funny. Big L said our jet uniforms look like the generic choice on the Madden Creator game. Oh, man. Okay. D. Yost. What up, D? Said, I think the coach trying to get Drew's numbers up over winning. Thank you, D. Yost. Who that to you, brother? Mr. Boombat said the Bengals is trending up. Yeah, they just needed a quarterback, bro. They had a running back. I said this a bunch of times with the Bengals, man. I used to call them the Bungles. You can't call the Bengals the Bungles no more. You can't do it no more because you got Joey B up there. He's a real quarterback. You got AJ Green, who's up there. You just got to bubble wrap him and keep him healthy. They have Ross up there. I think they got another wide receiver up there. I forgot his name. But there's three really good young wide receivers there. The tight end position is okay. The offensive line is all right. The defense has gotten better. Vine Bell's on the back end up there. So, and that with Zach Taylor, I think the coach name is up there. They got a nice team. They just needed a quarterback to sit on top of the team who won't turn the ball over. Thank you, True Preacher. Who that to you? Thank you for joining the Great Saint Think Tank. A mighty who that? The True Preacher. Welcome to the family, True Preacher. Thank you, fam. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Nola Ball says Saints do cocky negotiations and last minute ass negotiations. Thank you for that, Nola Boss. GMK says I'm not seeing the option to upgrade. JT says Nick Easton is a Liberty Bank at least 1.6 minute. Thank you, bro. All right, Kevin says holla at you. Maybe it's something that got to do on this end. All right. I don't know. GM Kev. Okay, GM Kev. Okay, he seemed like he all right now. All right, let's keep it going here. Byron says Mickey Mouse knows playing around. They should have handled Kamara contract, but instead wait until the regular season finally going to start next Sunday. It's too close to the season. I wouldn't have done it like that. He had plenty of time, bro. Sad Scott, that's why they call it the Big Easy, Big Q. I know, bro. Lane says we should do a freestyle Friday here, call in Friday and spit some boss. Lane. Byron says Mickey. Okay, I read that one. Thank you, Byron. Nola says coaching looking like he's going through withdrawals in his interview. Yeah, he like really looking agitated and every time I see Sean Payton in the interviews, his jaw's getting bigger and saggy and droopier. I said next time you see Sean Payton on, he's gonna look like a Saint Bernard. It's gonna be way down here. Oh, he look like a big sad Saint Bernard up there on the press conference. Trabal said, dude was trolling you, Q. I know, bro. I know. But it's fun. See how you turn it on him. This guy's making wild accusations. Like, wild accusations? Are you kidding? You can go look this stuff up yourself, man. I just have fun with it, Gundam says, BQ, I know you remember. He said, I don't know if you remember, but you called Alvin Kamara's situation 1.5 years ago. This stings and it's frustrating. Bro, I know, because the thing is, bro, I knew what Alvin Kamara was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I knew that Alvin Kamara will only get better in the Saints offense like I knew Mike would. Because how do you know that? Because you can see the drive and determination of great people. When you know what the characteristics and the behavior or the body language of a great player, and Mike Thomas is a great player. Alvin Kamara is a great player. Drew Brees is a great player. Cam Jordan is a great player. Demario Davis is a great player. Teron Armstead is a great player. Ryan Ramczyk is a great player. You see, and I can go on and on and on. These guys are great players. And usually when you have a great player like Drew, and then you have 2 or 3 or more, then the next thing you know, you'll have a tribe of great players, because great players will start, the guys that surround them start emulating what the great players will do. And then guys who are usually like subpar or normal will move 2 or 3 levels higher than what they'll start overachieving. In other words, overachieving insofar as that, you know, people wouldn't have thought that they would have been that, like what Deontay Harris did. Deontay Harris is a free agent. He was good in college. Nobody knew if that would translate to the pro game, but he overachieved, man. And he became a Pro Bowler kick returner. And I'm saying that to a lot of people on the Saints team that are overachievers. And overachieving is a great thing. That means somebody put you here and then you went levels above it. You broke through that ceiling. And that's what I'm saying, what great players will inspire you to do. Great people, just forget football for a second, but great people will inspire you to do great things. They will. You'll look at them and say, what they got that I don't got? And they don't have nothing that you don't have. At one point, they were you. At one point, what's her name? Oprah Winfrey she said in her autobiographies and all stuff that she used to wear potato sacks and stuff to school and all this kind of stuff. They did with dirt poor out of Mississippi. Now she's a billionaire. You know, she's one of the richest ladies in the world, you know. So, but it goes to show you, regardless of how you feel about it, you cannot take away the fact that her accomplishments of where she got from where she got to. You see what I'm saying? And that shows, like, from everybody, like most of these people are either homeless or they were broke down, they're poor, and then that motivated them. They just said, you know what? Those troubled times came and it's like, this will not define who I am. And they just took it up a notch. And that's what Drew Brees did. And I don't know if people know Drew Brees' story, but I know Drew Brees' story. I read all about his stuff, about him and his tumultuous relationship with his mother, how she was doing stuff and he had to sue her and she was using his identity. All this kind of stuff happened. Drew ain't have it easy coming up, you know. He ain't have, but he developed a winner's mentality. And now he's a great player because he's a great person. Drew's a great person. How you know he's a great person? Look at his family, man. His family love him. They respect him. His teammates love him and respect him, except for the time when he couldn't play football those 5 games and he was chewing the hell out of them sunflower seeds. Nobody wanted to be around his ass then. But besides that, man, Drew Brees is a great guy, man. And so is Cam Jordan. So is Mike Thomas. So is a lot of those guys. DeMario Davis, who's a social guy. Malcolm Jenkins is another guy. So, I mean, you have a lot of dudes that's great at what they do, that's really intelligent people. And that's what I'm talking about. That leaks out and attaches itself to other people around there. Because you'll see a guy and see Mike who got there earlier than the number 5 or 4 or 5, the number 8 wide receiver on the roster. Mike is there an hour when it's dark outside, working out, hitting weights in the weight room, catching balls off the jug machine, running around and doing what he do. And then this undrafted guy see Mike Thomas, who's the best wide receiver in football, doing all that. He says, man, look at Mike, man, I got to go do it too. So it elevates your game. Then you see Mike's the first to be there, and then the last one to lead, that will promote you to do the same thing. Spend that extra time in that weight room. Spend that extra time studying that playbook as opposed to looking at YouTube. Do what you're supposed to do, then prove yourself in your craft. That's how you become great. You have to dedicate the initial time to it, and that's what makes those men great. You know, those people great, period. Whether it's football players or whomever. Greatness is greatness no matter where it goes to express itself. Greatness is greatness. That's my mentality anyway. All right, Jarvis. What up, Jarvis? Good to see you, bro. Jarvis Raj says, Q, what you think about the notion that Warford let them know that he planned on sitting out the season? So getting that info that went ahead and let him go and kept Easton. That would be interesting, bro, if he decided to sit out, you know, for the season. That's interesting. But based on I'm not saying that your scenario didn't apply, but based on the reports that I had seen, it was saying that they wanted the money that Larry Warford, because they thought he was going to retire. But he told them that he wasn't going to retire until he had 1 year left and he was going to serve out his $7 million a year, and that would have been it. But also remember that Mickey Loomis grafted this contract for them. And remember, this was in the final year of their deal. And what the Saints do is they always backload contracts. They always backload them or phantomize them, where they put phantom years, which are non-playable years, into the contract. They've been doing that. I remember when they did it with A.J. Klein, when they signed A.J. Klein here. from Carolina. They gave him a deal and then packed a bunch of phantom years to spend out the money for several years into the future so they don't get hit with that hard cap number. So they've been kicking a can approach. But that's interesting, Jarvis, if that could have been the case. But from my understanding and several other reports that I was reading from, they were saying Warford had every intention of completing his final year here. And then that's all I care about. Do you going to play this year? Yeah, I'll play this year. If that's it, I don't care if you're retiring after this year, fam. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to play, you're going to play. I don't care about the next year after that. Just give me that year if you're going to play. But if something happened between him and Peyton and something bad, he's going to talk about it sooner or later. It's always the same thing because all of a sudden he became the fall guy of why he had to go. He had to go. Larry Warford. Larry Warford was bad in that game, but so was the rest of the offensive line. And so was the defensive line. But you don't see them taking nobody else's money. You know what I'm saying? So they made him look like he was the fall guy, but I'm not buying it, bro. Thank you. RG says, bro, we don't run, we don't win. Bottom line, thank you, RJ. Nola says, if Peyton made the Zoolander face after playoff loss, I'm resigning. Yeah, he just the stupid face. Run, Peyton, run. There you go. Byron said, every time we run the ball, he said run the ball this season, but not much playoffs. You got a problem. James says, Q, you call him big dog. Why they wait to put themselves in the box or their own doing? They could have locked Clowney and Griffin up months ago, and they could have been acclimated to the defense by now. That's what I'm saying, man. And when I ask those questions, people think I'm just, oh, Q, that just don't matter. Yeah, it matters, bro. Because it's an insight. Say, look at how the team is conducting business. I'm saying what I'm constantly promoting is to stop giving it to them. Stop giving them the credit for everything. Sometimes they deserve it, sometimes they don't. Y'all know, like I know, that they paying their bills late. You know what I'm saying? They got the cutoff notice. If you don't equate it to that, you know, Tyler Boyd, thank you, Kelvin. Tyler Boyd, that's that other wide receiver from Cincinnati. They got some weapons out there, by the way, but appreciate that. But you know, the Saints they burning the beans over there, man. You know, that's my little term I call it. Burning the beans. Burning the beans, man. You ain't watching what you're doing. You over there watching television, watching the NBA playoffs, and the beans cooking on the stove. And you know what happened when you burn the beans? Huh? You got to be careful and eat from the top of the pot. You don't want to scurry up and stir the pot and get all that charred up into the beans because it'll ruin the flavor of the beans. Everybody in here burned the beans. Now what the hell they doing over there? They burning the beans over there, T-Dirty. They burning the beans over there, man. Shit, they paying bills late. The energy man pull up in front. The energy man pull up in front of their building like Mickey. The energy man, like, oh, he is? Oh, everybody pay the bill. That's what's going on over there. They paying the bills late and burning the beans over there. Good grief. Come on now, fellas. That's no way to go. All right, let's keep it going. Ramsey, okay, hold on here. Thank you for that, Kelvin, for Tyler Boyd. Big ups to you, fam. Mr. Boombastic says, Clowney did turn a lot of money right away. He was being picky. He's been picky this entire season because he wants to play for a winner. 985 says, Pat, drop your Cash App if you got one. Thank you, 985. That's really good, man. And you know, yeah, that's nice, bro. All right, let's keep it going there. Let's see. Smokeless says, Q, we got Clowney. What's your NASCAR package? Man, obviously I would put Clowney and Davenport on the edges. I kick Cam inside with Onyemata. I would say that because, and I like Sheldon Rankins, but I would say Onyemata because I think Onyemata is 100% healthy. He's a little bit more stronger right now. Even though they're saying Sheldon Rankins is all healthy, I still would be incrementally careful with him because he's been hurt several times before, and I won't take my time. But David Onyemata is ready to go. Never had no injury. So my NASCAR package would be the edge guys will be Clowney and Davenport. Cam kicked inside with David Onyemata. Let's go. Let's go. That'll get you all day right there. I got excited even thinking about that package. Thank you, Smokeless. Ramsey said, I got Marcus Hunt, Shaquille, and Nick Easton for a number 6 extra value. Apple pie. Sad Scott says, prayers up Lake Charles. We know y'all going through it. That's right. Prayers up to Lake Charles, man. Patrick kicked out, and that's Patrick got his Cash App in there. The family members want to donate to Pat. Please hit his Cash App up. When I get done, I'm gonna put some money on Patrick's stuff as well, family. We gotta look out for each other, bro. We gotta look out for each other. We really do, bro. And I've been preaching that, man. And listen, I've been through several floods. Listen, I was in Katrina, the monster of them all, bro. And Katrina took out, you know, I had 2 businesses in New Orleans. It watered them out. We had a home Our home in the lower Ninth Ward where I grew up at, that was under 25 feet of water. My grandmother's home, which is directly across the street on Tennessee Street, was complete. In my mother's home, that was completely underwater. You know, it was just a big stinking mess, man. It was a stinking mess. And then, you know, like I said, I've been through several floods, man. I've lost books, I've lost equipment, and, you know, I had to keep finding myself buying more literature because of it. It's a pain, man, when you go through this stuff down, man. And, you know, like I said, so I understand, bro. Trust me, I do, man. You're not at home. You got to think about, I mean, man, I done been through it, bro. I've been through it. Thank you. Jaslow 12. What up, Jaslow? Good to see you, fam. It's big deal. If you don't get Clowney's address secondary, cause division full of good receivers. Yeah, we need some pressure, man, to kind of make that secondary look a little bit better. Seth Scott says, wide receiver Tate, Bengals reminds me of Colston. 985 Live says, I'll send something tomorrow. Jason says, I'm telling y'all, Peyton a pill head. You've been saying that. Patrick says, no running water and no electricity. Damn. Hey Q, the membership package only goes to Pro Mega. Do you have an option to open membership up higher levels? Not at this time, Jim Kev. But they are, I think some of the family members was asking about that, but I'll let you know, bro. That might be something in the near future. Thank you for asking, bro. RG says he drew some pills in there. All right, Pat says, okay, appreciate that. God bless you, Patrick. Thank you, brother. All right, much love to Patrick, man. Paul says, hey, Q, Peyton and Loomis and Airline Drive think duct tape will fix everything. Not this time, brother. Not how we all upset. You right, though, brother Paul. Jason says, to me, Deontay Harris could be the next Tyreek Hill if Peyton realizes that's possible. He's very fast if you can get him involved. Peyton did say he wanted to get him the ball more, so we'll see. They have been running him in wide receiver packages, bro, so we'll see. 985 Live, I'm on the bottom level, Kev. I want that monkey return. Sassas says, man, that was awesome of Mackenzie Scott giving millions to HSBCUs. That's what's up. TY Miss Scott, yes, indeed. Jaslow says, I like Elwin Kamara, but he's not getting that many touches. And if he does, might get hurt hurt as last year. Oh, no, I think he should be all right. 985 said they're trying to use the flex seal. That crazy. Yeah, that's how I go too. Chef the Flavor. What up, Chef? Good to see you. Seth, who that to you, Seth? He said, do you really think that the Saints are actively trying to sign Clowney? Several reports indicating that they're trying to sign Clowney. CBS, ESPN said they're in direct competition with the Tennessee Titans to try to sign Clowney. The asking price currently, I just seen the tweet saying $12 million. What is it? No, we got not yet. So I'll be out there in a second. All right, let's keep it going. All right, Josh Mover says, what up, fam? News on Facebook saying Clowney is a Saint. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a search again, my friend. Let me see if I can find it again. All I see is the Saints are making a play for him. The Saints are in an all-out blitz. Saints making a push. It's all saying the same thing. And these are reports from NOLA.com, MSN saying the Saints reportedly making big push to sign Clowney. It's Sports Illustrated saying Saints Titans making strong push to sign Clowney. They're all saying the same thing. I'm not seeing anything that's saying that the Saints are, that the Clowney and the Saints deal is official. I'm not seeing anything on there. All of the reports are all saying the same thing, that the Saints are still pushing. Even the Twitter people, the top people that are reporting on it on Twitter that's covering it, their last updates were 3 to 4 hours ago, and they're basically saying the same thing. So I don't have any reports to validate the claim that he's officially done. So I'm just letting y'all know. 985 say the deal is done. If y'all see something, bro, a article or something, put that link in the chat. Put the receipts in the check, bro. We receipt orientated. Put that in the chat, bro. If you got an article or a reputable article that you want to throw it in the chat, bro, we'll peep it out. All right, because Derek's did that before. When he found something, he'll put it in the chat. If you got something, fams, put it in the chat now, and I'll show it to the rest of the family. If you got a link to it, put it in the chat. Nola Boss says, I'm from the 9-2Q. All right, Nola Boss. All right, who that to you, baby? Who that to you? Good to see you, bro. That's what's up. Cheryl says, who's the best Q? Oh, that's my son. That's my son. That's the future Q. You know about the Saints. He a Saints man too. So I was thinking about probably bringing him on a few shows, and now he was asking me for dessert. And I told him what I told y'all this several. Remember I told y'all about the dessert? He came in and asked me, can I have some dessert? And I said, yeah, go get your dessert. And I said, 2 scoops, right? 2 scoops, right? So I got a little cup, because you know you got the big glasses that's about this big, the big glasses. I call them adult size glasses. And then they got the little glasses for the children. Usually I say get you, like if they drink water, I say get you a small glass and drink the water, because you know what they'll do is you get a big glass, they pull the cup full of water and they drink half the glass and drink half the water and leave the glass on the counter. And I was like, who water is this for? Oh, that's my water. I'm like, why you drink half the water and leave half the water on the counter? Why don't you just drink the water, all of the water, or and put the cup in the dishwasher? But I'm like, come around, it's like 4 cups of half drunk water on it. And you know I ain't drinking it. So I said, like, you know what? You did that before. I said, listen, I let that. And I went in there and seen him. He said, yeah, he got some. He had a big cup with ice cream in it, eating out of it. I'm like, man, what you doing with that much ice cream? So that taught me a lesson. I said, you know what? Never no more. I said, when I tell him, like, I'm going to give you some dessert, I'm going to make sure I give the scoop so you don't cheat me out the ice cream. I got a big bucket of ice cream. Boy, they'll knock that ice cream down like they trying to find gold in the sucker or something. I don't know. But man, you just gotta watch out, man, with the children, man. They're something else, man. But that's my son, man. They show a lot of love and support, and I love them too, man. Thank you for asking that, family. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Ramsey said, hey, Q, did you see the interview with Emmanuel Butler? He said he had trouble last year learning the playbook. No, I didn't see that, bro. I'm gonna have to look that up. 985, so I'm headed to Airline Drive now, Q. We about to get this Clowney deal done. That's right. Kick in the door. Kevin says 985 deal is done. All right. Put it in the chat, bro. Put that link in the chat. Y'all got something with a link? Let's put some receipts on the table, man. Put the link in the chat. If you got a link, put it in the chat so I can show the rest of the family. All right. Tragic says, you know that them turbos start breaking down right now when the warranty is up 3 years, like Kamara in his 3rd year. Well, for 3-year contract, bro, listen. You want to compete for a Super Bowl. You pay Alvin Kamara. I say the contract is a 3-year contract. 3 years with an option for a 4th year. But see, if you would have mixed the plays, like you got Alvin Kamara, you throw a 3 running back set, then you could be like San Francisco does. Like you have Mo Cert there. He's making what, $4 million? You got the other guy making 2, but all of their running backs is underneath $4 million. But they got pretty good running backs there. So if you can, put it together, you might spend 12 to 15 million on 3 running backs, but he don't do that. He wants to have a feature back. Well, guess what? Problem is, when you have a feature back, when he gets out, he gets all the production, he gonna want the money. So if you run running back by committee approach, you can keep that down. But it's his fault that Kamara's production is what it is, because Kamara's gonna produce because he's a producer. That's what he does. So if Peyton didn't want that, run Latavius Murray, run Dwayne Washington. Those guys are cheaper backs, and and kind of split that percentage up. But if you got to pay them now. Pay them. The production, you can't erase the production. You got to pay them now. All right, let's keep going. Inevitable says, Kev, what is your source? Because I'm not seeing none of this stuff, bro. Put the link in the chat, Kev. If you got to put them receipts in there, bro. We got to, you don't want to be accused of making how I phrased it. How the guy phrased it? He said, wild accusations. Kevin's making wild accusations. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying. Accusations. Kevin's making wild accusations. Don't be accused of making wild accusations, that Jim Care. You telling everybody the deal is done. You better put that in the chat. The people won't know, man. Oh, I see. Will says, man, y'all getting this info straight off of Facebook. I'm not buying it off of Facebook, bro. We got to get it from one of the people at the NFL Network or something like that, where it's validated, because anybody can throw somebody. The Saints have signed. Everywhere I look, bro, 2 hours ago, they're saying the same thing. MSNBC, CBS, Pro Football Focus, Bleacher Report, NFL.com, NBC Sports, NFL, sideline reporters or insiders like Palacero, from NFL, Deanna Rossini from ESPN, Louis Riddick from ESPN, all these people that got inside baseball, they are all saying the same thing. Now they have this dude named Nader Murphy. Nader Murphy is saying, breaking news. My sources just called me and said the Saints and Clowney are working on a few details in the contract, but should be signing a contract with the Saints money. That's where he getting it from. That's the only dude saying that. He's the only dude saying that. Nobody else is saying what this man is saying. And I don't know him well enough to consider him a worthwhile source. Nader Murphy. I don't know who the hell this Nader Murphy guy is, but I don't know if that's indeed what it's supposed to be. Okay, Jim Kev put it in the chat. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, you just quoted what I just said, Kev. That's the same dude. I don't know if that's, bro, I don't know if that's accurate because this dude here said that. I just read that. The only dude saying that is Nader Murphy. He says breaking news, and this was as of 5:10. 5:10, he said this. September the 3rd, 5:10. He says, breaking news, my source just called me and said the Saints and Clowney are working on a few details in the contract, but he should be signing a contract with the Saints by Monday. He said that from his iPhone at 5:10 today. Now, granted, if you look at the rest of these tweets, they're 4 hours ago. They're at the same time frame. Deanna Rossini, Tom Palacero, who's following it as well, that reported that Saints are sending all-out blitz to sign him. They all reported that at the same time. So what he got that they don't have, I mean, and even if let me go on their website, let me go on NFL.com, because I know they're tracking this, because they'll have it before anybody, either them or ESPN, they'll have it before anybody has it. So I don't know who this Murphy guy is, but I don't know if you want to consider him a source. Nobody else is saying it. I could be wrong, but I don't know who this source is for me to kind of say, well, yeah, y'all, he signed. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth with that. I ain't going to put my foot on my mouth. I see what he says. Kevin said he's a Saints source, Q. I hear you on that, Kev. I just don't know. I don't hear anybody else saying it, though, bro. I would like to have a secondary source to confirm what he's saying, at least, because he's saying they should they're working on a few details. Well, that can mirror the rest of the reports, but the fact that he should be in New Orleans by Monday, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can find anybody else that's close that in the NFL. NFL.com don't have anything. Only thing they're saying is the Saints are sending out all-out blitz to sign free agent to Davion Clowney. Outside of that, there's no other news that's breaking about that. NFL Network, neither does ESPN or any of the insider people off of Twitter. None of them are saying what he's saying. I mean, you could take it how, I'm just saying, bro, whatever it is. I would like to see a second source on it, though, just to him. I'll get you, GM Kev. Thanks for the link, though, bro. All right, I'm seeing Jaguars interested. Also, Clowney must feel like a king right now with 2 playoff teams after him. Byron says, Q, do you see Clowney outside edge because he could play inside NASPARK with Rankins, Jordan, or Yamada? I like him on the outside, bro. I like him on the outside. I like Clowney on the outside with Davenport on the outside. Those are the edges. Kick Cam inside with Onyemata for the NASCAR package. That's my favorite. All right. BR reports that Saints pushing to sign Clowney. All of them saying the same thing. They're using the same verbiage. The Saints are in a full press. The Saints are pushing. The Saints are, they're moving in the direction of, but no confirmations except from this Murphy guy. And I don't know enough about him to say one way or the other. I would like to see a secondary source to confirm his story, but I don't see nothing else except for him saying that. And he could be very well right. He might be ahead of the curve, but I still would like to have a secondary source, though. Smokeless says they say he's well connected and trusted with the Saints. I don't know about that. They got a picture of him standing up next to a younger Drew Brees. I see. I'm looking at his profile, but it's not enough for me to say, one way or the other. If I'm willing to say, well, I'm gonna trust this Murphy guy what he's saying about the team. I don't know, bro. He could very well be right. I'm just saying I would like to see a secondary source is all I'm saying. All right. Nola Ball said, boy from London. Sad Scott says, Nader Tater got the news. Ryan Duberty. What up, Ryan? He says, 1 year, $10 million for the boy. They're saying working out some small talk, but it's, I don't know. William says, according to Facebook, Saints will sign Earl Thomas. Cut it out, Will. Gundam says, Q, if we get Clowney, how would the rotation look? So as far as the packages and personnel rotation, NASCAR package, what I just said, outside, in my opinion, Davenport, Clowney on the outside, Cam Jordan kicked inside with Onyemata. That's the ultimate package right there. I guess you can rotate either him or Rankins, whoever you like, but that would be my favorite NASCAR package. But, you know, I would expect Jadeveon Clowney at first not to start. I don't know if he starts right away. Maybe if he was in camp, he would. But if you're paying a man $10 million, you would probably want to put him in there and work Davenport as a situational pass rusher. You're like, well, Q, won't that hurt him? That won't hurt his development. He said he still has several years to be on this team. So I don't see him at all being hurt by a 1 year rental of Jadeveon Clowney. And the reason why Jadeveon Clowney is here is because of what I told you about Trey Hendrickson and the fact that they can't play around with the pass rush. That's what I keep saying. Don't play around with the pass rush. Get Clowney in here and put him there next to Cam, and that'll be the best defensive lineman. And I'm not disrespecting Davenport because eventually Davenport will be the best that Cam ever had, but he's not there yet. But up to date, that'll be the best defensive end that Cam has ever played with in Jadeveon Clowney. And people keep looking at 3 sacks last year. The man was hurt last year. Prior to that, it was 2 sacks. It's like, Q, he never had 10 sacks. Man, okay, he didn't have 10, he had 9. Okay, he had 9 sacks in back-to-back years, and they don't want to give him credit for it. I'm like, who cares about if he had 10 sacks or not? You know, did he play with a defense like the Saints? The Saints came here, well, he was with the Texans. He couldn't get 10 sacks, but he got 9 in back-to-back years. Like 18 sacks ain't work shit. No, you got to have 20 sacks, Q. You got to have 10 each year. Then that's when I give you some respect. So 18 versus 20, what's the big difference? He still can get sacks. He played. Nobody gives him credit for the fact that he's super athletic. He can drop back in coverage. He also plays the run. The guy is super terrific in playing the run. He holds the block. He spots the play. He runs down the linebackers. He's agile. He got interceptions last year with Seattle when he batted the ball to himself and ran it down for a touch. I'm like, man, look at this dude. Imagine that dude in the Saints defense. Forget imagining him as a Texan Titan, a Titan, or as a Seahawk. Picture him as a New Orleans Saint playing next to Cam Jordan, playing next to David Onyemata, Sheldon Rankins, all those guys. That's what you imagine. Forget about the Seattle Seahawk days. Forget about the Houston Texan days. Look at him as a Saint next to Cam Jordan. That's what you need to look at. And Davenport coming off the bench as a situational pass rusher. That is done so Davenport can make it through the rest of the year healthy. That's what you're looking at. That's what I say. All right, let's keep it going there. But that what the package would look like. In a starting role, do you start Clowney? I don't know if you start Clowney, but if you make a $10 million and he healthy and you want him, you better plug him in. You paying him $10 million, you damn right you better start. But it doesn't hurt Davenport, man. It doesn't, because it's going to be a 1 year deal, and he can learn from, if anything, it'll be a blessing for that man to learn from Cam and Jadeveon Clowney. Are you kidding me? And you have those 3 pass rushers tearing up. Man, the Saints, you making moves now, baby. You making moves now because you do not play with the pass rush. And people worrying about 10 or 12 million. 10 to 12 million ain't shit to the Saints. Y'all know it and I know it. They'll pay that much to get a guy that they know who's going to have good numbers in the Saints defense. The guy, and then the thing is, you have that solid front four. Do you know what that means? You can drop everybody back in the coverage, and you can get pressure with your front four. That's what that is. You get pressure with 4 people like the Giants used to do when they had Yura and Strahan and Justin Tuck and all those dudes. The Saints could create like a Giants version of the Saints line. Now, I'm gonna say it again. Remember the Saints had, when the Giants was balling, doing their thing, they had that forefront, and they just drop everybody in the coverage and then send them 4 guys at you. And you had Justin Tuck, you had Yura, you had Strahan. Later on, JPP came in that thing. So Like I'm saying, that's what that represents. That'll be like your Giants version, the Saints version of the Giants. Like you have Cam, you got Jadeveon, and then bam, you got Davenport off the bench. Man, that'll be perfect because Davenport will come in a wildebeest on those situational drives. He'll be constantly fresh. It'll extend his career. You know, it'll extend him out. He'll be a lot better. He'll learn from Jadeveon Clowney and Cam Jordan. And like I've said, and I'm going to say it again, Cam Jordan, this is really for Cam. Cam has not played with a guy on that level. You know, that level. Now, Davenport, he'll get up there. Hopefully, my thing is I hope Davenport becomes what Danielle Hunter is to the Vikings, that he becomes like that for the Saints. That's my thing. It's like Davenport becomes Danielle Hunter. You know, that's what I want. Super raw. So was Danielle Hunter. It's so amazing that it's like they're clones. It's clones. If you look at what Hunter was at LSU, he didn't play a lot. He was super raw. He took him a couple years to get a game, but when he got it, 50 sacks at 25 years of age. He has 50 sacks at 25. The guy they traded for, who's 25, has 37 and a half sacks at 25. That's outrageous. That's what I'm saying about Davenport. He'll get there. But Cam Jordan, right now, this is Super Bowl of bust shit. Put your chips on the table. Let's go, man. If they don't like that move, I'm sorry for you. Bottom line, man. I'm sorry for you if you don't like it. All right, let's keep it going, family. All right. Kevin says we got to understand some people have different sources more connected. Don't crap on the info after the sign. I'm going to be like I told y'all. No, we ain't saying we crapping on that information, Kev. I'm just saying the man could be right, but I'm asking for a secondary source, you know, because usually when one guy gets the information, another guy gets it later and they can validate it. That's how I usually do. I like to have two sources before I say, okay, it's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. All right, let's keep it going here, family. In the chat as well. Who that to the rest of the family members chiming in here? All right, let's see. All right, Tramal says Clown 2. Okay. All right. Joshua says he could push the defense over the top. Kevin says, let's see. William says Saints bringing Deion Sanders for a Oh, man. All right, let's keep it going here, man. Nola said, Ken just started getting double-digit sacks, still considered one of the better defensive ends. All right, let's keep it going. Tragic says, Clowney didn't have a lot of sacks, but I think he was second in the league in QB pressures. Okay, I got you, fam. I got you. All right, Kevin says, you have to understand how upcoming reporters work. They may have paid somebody for it now after the Ian Rappaport is done. Okay, I got you, Kev. I understand. Gundam says if we get Clowney, Saints defense will be scary. I know. I'm just excited about the fact to see Cam play with Clowney, the potential of Cam and Clowney. Now, it's not a done deal yet. So we'll see, man, because we've been in negotiations like this before. Darius Sampy, who that to you, bro? Good to see you in the chat as well. He said, if Clowney is signed, I hope they would push Davenport to be a better player and prove to the Saints organization he belongs there. I don't think they lose out. I don't think they are down on Davenport, but I think this is if you can get Clowney, bro, I think it's a big plus because it helps Davenport. He can learn from Clowney. It takes the pressure off of Davenport, is what it does, and allows him to incrementally work his way back into plays via way of the situational pass rusher role. I think it makes the defensive line a lot fresher and stronger, especially from the end position, and it provides security, because it'll give us an opportunity to have a guy for an extended. And if you do have injuries at the position, you know, you can absorb that to a degree. So, like I said, swing for the fence, man. You can't play no games, but you need pass rushers that can go and get Brady and the rest of them on the ground. And Jadeveon Clowney, opposite of Cam Jordan. Are y'all kidding me? Are you kidding me? So that's why I said they should have been made this move. It's crazy that they waited so long. Kevin says you have to, okay, I read that. Nola Ball says, do you follow that guy a lot? He has been reliable, just asking. Kev said, you could do better than Rappaport. He said, can you do better than Rappaport? 985 says, Clowney make O-line scared like Griffin. Yeah. Kevin says, y'all know y'all waiting on big boys. It's okay. Kelvin Washington from Phoenix, Arizona. What up, Kel? T Dirty said, I took a nap, woke up, hopped in the shower, and Big Q still on. He said, I wish Pajama Williams stayed up as long as you, Big Q. I stayed back. He said, I back though. What I missed? Not too much, bro. We just kicking it, bro. Thank you for coming back, though. Tragic says Davenport's a good player, just hasn't been healthy. That's the thing, bro. That is the thing. The main thing is the fact we got to watch out for that. Now, let me go and do another quick search, family. We getting close to the end of the broadcast. Let me do another quick search on Alvin Kamara to see if anything is shaking on the Kamara front. Nothing is shaking on the Alvin Kamara front either. Let's do a quick Jadeveon Clowney search and see if anything's shaking on that. And everything is still, look like everything's still the same. Last report 3 hours from NFL.com says Saints sending all-out blitz to sign Clowney. NBC says Saints making a play for Jadeveon Clowney. That was 3 hours ago. 2 hours from Pro Football. Rumor says Titans, Saints pushing to sign Clowney. Yahoo says Saints enter Derby to sign Clowney. That was 3 hours ago. Seattle Times says Seahawks are always competing for Jadeveon Clowney, but Saints making hard push. Saints Wire says crafty contract, salary cap accounting can help the Saints afford Jadeveon Clowney. No help there. Saints reportedly making big push to sign Clowney from MSN. Pro Football Focus says 5 teams that should sign Jadeveon Clowney. So there is no news items currently out for as far as Jadeveon Clowney is concerned. And that is on neither Twitter either. The last reports are 4 hours ago, and they're saying the same thing, that the Saints are making a push to sign Clowney. Now, Greg Bell from Nashville says Saints from Renton to Nashville to New Orleans. The great Jadeveon signing may be nearing the end. Pete Carroll and the Seahawks still on the resigning tree. Okay, so they're saying that this was 13 minutes ago by Greg Bell from Seattle. He's a Seattle reporter saying that Seattle's up in the ante for Clowney. So that's a little information to throw in there for y'all now. Nothing else, bro. Nothing else, it appears. 49ers on NBC said John Lynch confirmed the 49ers won't be signing Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, that was 2 hours ago. Man, you got all the damn pass rushers. They got D Ford. They just signed Deion Jordan. Damn. You know, but they going overkill on it. And that's what I call swinging for the fences, man. You know how important it is to have a pass rush, man? You know, I'm just saying, man, you can drop everybody in the coverage and rush 4 like the Giants used to do. That's an easy-ass defense right there, let me tell you. If all you have to do is send 4 guys to attack the quarterback and they constantly make it, I mean, that will make every quarterback life hell against the Saints. We could never totally get that. Perhaps in the last year with Drew Brees here, we finally would get that Giant-style Saints attack when we just send 4 and drop everybody in the coverage, man. That would be so easy, man. I would absolutely love that. Okay, who that to you, big Heavy C Henderson in the building. What up, fam? Good to see you, my brother. Seth Scott said, don't matter how many sacks you get, all about the pressure and stopping the run. We stopped the run. So that wasn't an issue. We top 3. We'll get better with stopping the run. But you got to get the sacks because the sacks promote, make the quarterback uncomfortable. And I would rather stop the run and rush the quarterback. Let me tell you what, I want both of them equally, you know. And we get one better than the other one, even though the sacks wasn't bad last year. Let's aim for number 1 on both of those is my thing. That's what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. The Saints defense has to get up into the top 5. If we got a top 5 offense, a top 5 defense inside of the top 5, bro, we got a Super Bowl ring. Let me tell you something. All right. Kevin says, after this, we'll know all the big media. Don't get the info first. Stephen A. Smith wasn't always Stephen A. Smith. All right. T. Dirt said, the way some of these sources are dropping, Saints about to sign Willie Beeman. They sticking it to old GM Kev. 49ers stack. Tragic says Seattle just signed Dimitri Moore, so I know they out of it. 49ers also got Kinlaw. That dude's a beast. Demi says, let's not mess this signing up, coach. Tramal says 49ers, Bosa is going to be a problem this year. The 49ers are stacked as pass rushers. 4 really good pass rushers. I keep saying that. Bosa, Armstead, D Ford, who came over from the Chiefs, and then they signed Deion Jordan, who used to be with the Miami Dolphins as their 4th pass rusher. It's insane. Nola Bar says 49ers signing people like their quarterback is Breeze. I mean, they know where their bread's buttered, bro, and that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Okay, fam, I just got a text. Okay, that wasn't football related. I thought it was football related. Kevin says, how can you get to a top 5 defense with Marcus Williams? Well, listen, if the pressure on the line improves, where they're making quarterbacks uncomfortable, that ball goes out of there early when the receiver's not ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you just have to disrupt them and throw them off, throw their timing off, and give them problems. And I think that's a part of it. Not to mention Marcus Williams are having that. He's already benefiting. He said so himself several times. He played it on there. They asked him about him and Malcolm Jenkins. What do you think about Jenkins? Jenkins, he was saying high marks about that. So I think Marcus Williams is going to learn from Jenkins. That's why Jenkins is back there to help Marcus Williams get his game up. So I'm anticipating a lot. And remember, when you have a fierce pass rush that can fire off and get to the quarterback early and cause him to throw the ball early or throw in completion, that's a plus for the secondary. You can have a back 15 type, bottom 15 ass secondary. But if you got a top 5 pass rush, man, the defense going to look a lot different because the defense is firing off. Everybody dropping in the coverage, covering up the passing lanes. The ends are getting around the edges there. And remember that they can't double down everybody. Let me tell y'all that David Onyemata requires a double block. Cam Jordan, he requires a double block. And whoever you want to put on, whether it's Malcolm Brown, let me just start from the inside. Whether it's Malcolm Brown, David Onyemata, or Sheldon Rankins, each one of those men requires a double block. Cam Jordan requires a double block. And if you put Jadeveon Clowney there, he requires, so sooner or later, somebody going to get loose, is what I'm saying. You can't block them all. You cannot, and that's what I'm talking about. So you cannot block them all. Somebody is going to eat and feast, and it could be everybody. You can't. And that's what I'm saying. People thinking about Jadeveon Clowney. I'm telling you, the Saints get pressure with the 4 guys they got. Onyemata's always in the backfield. Sheldon Rankins is always a force back. So you don't just have regular and even Malcolm Brown creates a push. So you don't have just lazy defensive interior men that just sit there and hold and run. Those guys get into the backfield as well. So if they push in the pocket and squirting the quarterback out toward the edges, Clowney will swallow them up or Cam Jordan. I'm saying it all works well because people thinking about Clowney on these other teams. I'm saying you put him with the Saints interior linemen who require double blocking. You put him with Cam, who requires double blocking. He makes everybody's life easy. He's the centerpiece, the final piece of what it takes to get over that hump, because Davenport will learn from Cam and Jadeveon Clowney, and he'll situational pass rush in a NASCAR package. He'll be totally fresh when he comes in there, which will extend his life into the season, hopefully. So it's a great time to be a Saints fan. The only thing is now is that if these reports are on par, then the Saints need to take care of business and they need to sign Clowney. There is no need for us to keep engaging Clowney. We did this several months ago about talking about Clowney. Then we had a whole month or two of talking about it to the point where I got sick of it. I'm like sick of it. You just let him sit out there and all of a sudden you're going to go, just go get the man, bro. Don't be outbid like you did. You got outbid by Robert Quinn, by the Cowgirls last year. When you was trying to get Robert Quinn, you let them beat you to it. You let the Cowgirls this year beat you to Everson Griffin for $6 million. Now you got to rustle up $12 million to pay Jadeveon Clowney when you could have paid Everson Griffin $6 million. See how stupidity is? You see how stupidity and procrastination kick you in your ass? All right, let's keep it going. All right. Kevin says Malcolm Jenkins has to play in the box. His speed has diminished a lot. Show me the deal. That's all, folks. I don't have nothing to show you on it, bro. Sad Scott says pressure, bust pipes, get Tom Brady out that pocket and move him. Make him throw when he don't want to. That's absolutely right. 985 says Tom Brady gonna wish he didn't come to the South. Heavy C's, check out the Cash App, bro. All right. There go Heavy C. Thank you, Heavy C, for what you're doing, bro. Kevin said he really wanted Quinn. Cowgirls beat you to Quinn. Then this year the Bears beat you to him. Then you had Everson Griffin for $6 million. That would have been perfect because you'd have $2 million to spare. If you got $8 million now, you signed Griffin $6 million, you got $2 million to spare, right? Then you would have had him on the team, lickety split. What you do? Let him sit out there. Cowgirls get him. Now you go scurrying around. After you could have gave up a second round draft pick to get Ngakoue. But they won't get Ngakoue because Ngakoue is a 25-year-old defensive end who will conflict with Cam with Davenport, which I wouldn't even say that, man. If you was able to get Ngakoue with Davenport, I would pay Ngakoue in the end, and I have to convert Cam Jordan to a defensive tackle, I would do it. Cam can play in the middle. He can play. He on this side of 30 anyway, and sooner or later he gonna move to the defensive tackle position down the line anyway, like Wayne Martin did and like so many others did before. I'm just keeping it real. If they keep Cam for the rest of his career, he's going to eventually move to defensive tackle anyway. He can play the defensive tackle position. If you got Ngakoue and Davenport, man, Cam, I move Cam there. And if Sheldon Rankins, I'm not going to bring him back anyway. So I have a stack line and I'll be able to do whatever I got to do. Come on. But they don't see it like that. Everybody see, okay, another young end is a problem for Davenport. Davenport's under contract for several seasons. A veteran defensive end is not going to hurt him. It's not. It's a help. And remember, it ain't about feelings. It's about championships. Because only people feelings we need to be worried about is the great Saint Think Tank and Who Dat Nation. That's the only feelings we need to be worried about. I ain't worrying about everybody else's feelings. Because everybody else should feel like shit because they've been losing. They've been losing in the playoffs, and we upset and pissed off. So the only feelings that matter is our feelings. Because we need to make sure you win to take care of business and represent the region right, is all I'm saying. You know, give me a thumbs up in the chat if y'all agree. I'm talking that real. Sad Sauce, if Loomis can pay Bird $50 million, I know he can get Clowney in the building. Oh, no doubt about it. But the thing is, I hope they get it together, man, because they have plenty of opportunity to get that done, and they could have done it early like that. It's just a bunch of ass dragging going on up there, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like this ass dragging stuff. You're supposed to be on point with yours. These guys could have been here already. But anyway, we get to the back end of the show, family. I checked out the latest links. I ain't see anything, any secondary reports saying that the Saints are signing or Elvin Kamara signing. This will be a subject for another day, of course. I'd like to thank all the family members. As usual, 985 says Saints need to right this wrong, Q. They don't get it together, bro. Yeah, they don't get it together. You're going to be all right. I like, even though they're late as hell, at least they're at the party, you know. At least they showed up. I like to thank all the great family members for chiming in. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. If you hadn't hit it, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we have over 50 different designs on shirts, sweaters, smartphone cover cases, dog sweaters, wall art, leggings, all kind of stuff, man. We got all kind of stuff available at the pro shop. Hats, all kind of stuff. Our hats come embroidered. They're not paint stamped. It's embroidered hats. Like the one I'm wearing, the Drew Brees. This hat also comes in black, all kind of colors, man. So if you really like what we're doing here at the platform, you want to show us some support, look in the description section below at the merch links and go there and get you some gear. Check it out. Like I said, it's hundreds of dozens of products, over 50 designs, refuse suck, run the damn ball, don't burn the beans, all kind of beautiful, clever shirts, face coverings, hats, smartphone cover, all kind of stuff, man. We got it for you at the pro shop. There's a few more shirts right here. The We Forgive You Drew shirt is really cool shirt as well. To show support for Drew Brees, the Don't Burn the Beans. They come in different sizes, tank tops as well as regular shirts, as well as hoodies and sweaters. Living That Who Dat Life is a really good shirt to show off your swag, your Saint swag, and let them know that you living that Who Dat Life, baby. That's available as well. And then one of my favorites is Take It Personal. That's the mantra the Saints should walk into this season with. Take it personal. That's my call on it. That's what I think. You can get these shirts in men, women, children sizes, sweaters, all kind of stuff. Just go to the pro shop, check it out. And all proceeds go to help and benefit the platform and help us to keep doing really snazzy stuff. The Pro Radio also, if you are a person that like to drive around and you work a lot and you're allowed to listen to the radio, you can feel free to listen to Pro Radio. It's Pro Radio is all of our shows, not just the Sports Coma, but we also do a show called the Pelican Postgame Report about the New Orleans Pelicans, Ring Kings Boxing World, and Tough Tiger Talk for the LSU Talk. We have all those shows in their audio formats at Pro Radio. That's Spreaker.com/sportscoma. That link is in the description section. Let you know about Patreon too. If you enjoy what you see and you want to be a part of it, you want to help us move a little further down the line, please feel free to go to patreon.com/the Media Network and sign up. A donation is as cheap as $1 a month, or you can give from your heart, whatever you want to give from your heart. It'll go to help the platform, and we'll continue to improve with equipment, services. And as you know, we've ratcheted up our show base. We do we do 16 shows a week or something like that. I don't know if y'all know that or not. But with you guys, when you promote the platform and donate, we put in a lot of work, man, and we do a lot of work that a lot of people don't know. So just to let you know that if you want to be a part of that, you can help out at patreon.com/the PRO Media Network. You can become a YouTube member. And also to let you know that we have a lot of content that's there as well as Patreon as well for our YouTube members and our Patreon champions. TSC Q&A Live is a show that we do that's locked content every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. It's a different type of format. You can get on there and actually be seen, talk, build a dialogue. It's real fun, man. So join and become a member of the Patreon or the YouTube membership to get access to that. Also for Patreon members, that's the On Cue with Big Q, which is a show where we talk about politics and sports and all kind of stuff. It's really cool. It's a deep show too. We get really deep at times with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. So if you're interested in that and you want to get your brain tickled, go to patreon.com/PRO Media Network and sign up. There's about 13 On Cue with Big Q episodes on there exclusively available to our Patreon side of the family. Also, big ups to our sponsor from GetLifeMask.com. That's right, our sponsor of the Sports Coma, GetLifeMask.com. It's a local company that sell masks. They have the Pelicans mask, LSU, Saints mask, and other masks as well. And they're really nice masks. They come with a filter where there's a filter that replaces right in the back of the mouth of it. That the filter lasts for like 3 months, and it filters the air. It's really, really a unique thing, man. It's really unique. That filter lasts for 3 months. That's that PM 2.5 filter. Slide it in behind the nose clip right there. It lasts for 3 months. Get your life mask and breathe easy. You can get 10% off for the purchase with the code The Sports Coma with Big Q, with the Sports Coma lowercase. And also to let the family members know that the Sports Coma Fantasy League is ongoing. Just signing up. The Fantasy League draft will be Saturday at 1 o'clock. So if you are a fantasy champ, you believe in playing fantasy football, join us at the TSC Fantasy League. This is the second annual TSC Fantasy League. We did one last year. This year, the winner of the Fantasy League gets $100. So it don't cost you a damn thing to sign up and you can win $100. That's what I call a win-win. So feel free to go to the link for the Fantasy League and all the information to sign up. And remember, there are only a handful of spots left. So if you want to get in the Fantasy League, it's first come, first serve for this 20-team Fantasy League. And I think they got like maybe 4 or 5 spots left. So if you want to get in there, you better get on there as soon as you can. The link is in the description section below if you're interested. Also, to let the family members know, I appreciate y'all, man. Much love to y'all, man. Heavy Key said, emergency. So when Clowney signs up, Q, from what I'm hearing, the PR department wants him in the building. When they announce it, I promise you guys that I will come back and do an emergency show, family. Thank you, Brother Jerry. Appreciate you, my friend. I will come back and do an emergency show. I promise you that. Tomorrow, what is Friday? So as soon as he gets signed, I'll see about jumping in there and doing an emergency show, and we'll get it done and we'll cover it. So no doubt about it. So just hit your notification bells, family, so you can hear that as well. So I thank you guys for joining me today. And I want to give a shout out to TJ from the State of the Saints, man. I had a good time on this podcast today. I appreciate him inviting me over. I want to give him a big shout out, man. He's a real cool dude. Like I say, he come from my neighborhood, from the lower 9. And you got, and we got to look out for each other, man. So he's a good dude, man. I appreciate him, man. And you're going to be seeing TJ pop up here. I told him I want him on here at least once a month, and he agreed to it. So we'll work that out down the line. So he is a good dude, man. I like him a lot. So I respect what he's doing over there a lot, too, as well. So much love to the beautiful Black and Gold family members in the building. Jason says, I downloaded the app, but I can't figure out how to get in queue. Which app? What app you talking about, Jason? You got to follow the instructions. They got all of the instructions in that link in the description section. You put the league in there, and then you just got to once you do that, they got all the instructions where you'll be able to sign up for right there in that link. So if you have any issues, just message me there on the community section. I'll see what I can do for you, or just email the broadcast, the platform at the PRO Media Network at gmail.com. Send me your email that way, and I'll send you the link that way if it don't work for you on the app. But pay attention to all that information is in that information there. So just to let you know. All right. Thank you, family. I appreciate y'all once again. Big ups to y'all. JT says do it at midnight. All right. Okay, I got you, Jason. I understand. I got you. All right. Okay, JT said go at midnight. All right. Well, JT, if it break news at midnight, bro, I'll be back. So, I mean, I promise you. I promise the family that's what I do. So I thank y'all, man, for chiming in this one with me, man. Much love. Very animated show. Thank y'all. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please feel free to share the show's link in your social media because that helps out a lot as well. And check out the merch at the shop, and also looking for support. Cash App and PayPal is also in the description section if you want to help out the show that way. Who that to you, Verlin? Good to see you in the chat, my man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Verlin. Who that to you? I see your family. So thank all the beautiful Black and Gold family members. I'll see y'all later and hit the notifications for a possible emergency. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with